trying to get up. Manage it in the end. Oh shit, I can't see. I'm going to end up tripping over. Wait there. There we go. I've got light now. Happy days.
In a record payout, the High Court today awarded a Dublin child €50 million in compensation after he had his umbilical cord cut by doctors moments after birth without his consent. Now 43, Barry Kilgannon said he found the incident traumatic and that it explains the separation anxiety he still experienced.
That's some funny shit. Thanks for that, David. Appreciate it. How's everybody doing? Okay? Shut the fuck up, you. There we go. Not you, the phone. There. I've got his intense video. We'll see how intense it is in a bit. I ain't watching that first, so because I know it's not fucking intense. I believe everybody who's given me their opinion and said basically it's fucking quite timid. But he's done this shit, so we'll see. Downloaded, voice changed, happy days. You do not consent. Oh, delete the lows. I'm sorry, mate. Oh shit.
So
wait there. Have I got that on? Yeah, cool. Happy days. Super professional. You know how it is.
Future. Hello, YouTube. Good afternoon.
Fuck you,
good evening. Good day. How are you? I am so excited. What is up with the people? Team DLZ is in the chat in a big way. What's up, TCBC? What's going on, my friend?
Team DLZ, they don't exist. I proved it. You're a liar.
Checked up, made sure it was me on Paul Unslaved chat. He has a new channel, by the way.
Wicked.
Let me give everybody Paul Unslaved's new channel. He texted it to me, and I went and participated on his live. It's proper
I forgot to put the chat on at first, so I couldn't see it. So, I've seen Delete the Lows, I've seen Arbet, and I've seen Andrew, and I've seen Salted Dunham. Hello. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here. I slept all day. I shouldn't have. I slept all day. I woke up at 4:30. It was great. I haven't got to get up early tomorrow, so I thought, yeah, fuck it. Let's go live, just for giggles, eh?
Instruction motivates people. So make sure you guys subscribe to Paul Unslaved's new channel. I don't know if YouTube follows you around with the blackout to try to make sure that you can't make a living and cut you out of economic prosperity and shadow ban you and be the...
all for China, isn't it? Remember? That's Chili's theory anyway. Everything Google and YouTube do wrong that he doesn't like anyway. It's all for China. They work for China.
That's just what they are. I don't know what they're doing. I know what they're doing to us. About 3 weeks ago, wah, wah, wah. About 3 weeks ago, they just turned the spout off. We were growing like 20,000 subs a month, and then the spout just turned off. And now I think we're at
A load of bollocks. So he stopped buying subs. So yeah, it's all Google's fault.
12,000 new subs a month, 12,000 something as of today.
Come off, you bastard.
There is a gentleman named Ego.
Fuck's sake, sorry. I was trying to fucking just get the thingy to come off, and now it's going to rewound off. Oh, fuck it. We ain't missed or... Yeah, we ain't missed out important.
Checker. His channel is called Ego Checker. DLZ clips. If you they are educated that they are violating the Constitution, and yet they still do it. So I'm collecting names of people who want to constitutionally travel in our country. So hit up my website, delete laws, go to the inquiry, and put constitutional travel on the subject line. I want to know how many people are really interested in this. How many people really want to have to get a...
I'm glad you're here, Andrew.
driver's license anymore. I just want to know. So send me an email, deletelaws@gmail.com.
Oh, so he really has definitely 100% gone full soft sit then, yeah? Shouldn't need a driving licence. It's the same as pilots. Shouldn't need pilot's licences or whatever pilots have. You should be able, you should have every right. Hi, Elemental. You have every right in America anyway, yeah, to be able to just jump in a helicopter, jump in an aeroplane and take off. You have that right. The Constitution says you've got a right to travel. So, yeah, there we go.
Or constitutional travel. I would rather you went through my website. It's the easiest way. Constitutional travel, because a lot of emails that come into delete laws, my cousin will just delete them because I get so many hundreds of emails. So go through the website and put constitutional travel on the subject line. And I'm going to bring on...
Right, seriously, who's going to do that now? I'm definitely going to do it. So I'll see if I get a response. I bet I don't. I've got about 6 different email addresses I can use though, so I might do it.
Paul, but before I bring on Paul, I'm going to bring on Ego Checker because I want Ego Checker to kind of tell his story, and we're going to watch a little bit of his video, and I want Paul to absorb this a little bit because if you guys don't know who Paul Unslaved is, he is the grand poobah of understanding government words that have been twisted and turned to be double talk. so that you and I, who are just regular folk, we may not understand the legalese, how they twist.
But I thought you was a constitutional law scholar, but now you're a regular folk. What? Make it make sense.
The words, the government twists the words so that we are criminals when we're not. Or the government will twist the words so that we don't have our rights. And Paul Unslaved is literally one of, if not the top, one of the top guys in this space. So I want to bring him on.
Seriously, I put 69 in the chat if you think that Chili really wants to suck Paul Unslaved off, basically. Just saying it how it is.
Ego Checker, I'm going to bring you on for a couple minutes here. So Ego Checker, tell me what's going on. Hey, buddy, what's your name?
Hey, my name's Danny Clack. I live here in College Station, Texas. Ryan, College Station. I've been doing Right to Travel for, I think,
Hi, Walter. Hi,
my registration went out back in June of last year. And
go away. I tried to pause it to say hi to Walter and hi to Christo. Hello. Fuck off.
Done some research and actually was in touch with Paul and talked to Paul a few times. And I've decided to stand up for my rights and my freedoms. And I've been pulled over twice back in September of last year. A DPS officer pulled me over because I didn't have a license plate on my truck.
Oh my God.
I refused to give him any information because once you waive any of your rights, you don't ever get them back.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to stand on your grounds. That means not giving no driver's license. Don't give them proof of insurance. Anything they ask, you don't have to give them. And I refused to do that. He didn't have a body cam, so I asked a supervisor to come on scene so somebody would have a body cam. When a College Station police officer got there, they decided to unlock my truck and snatch me up out of the truck, which is a Fourth Amendment violation. They can't.
No, if you refuse to hand over any details, like hand over your driving license or proof of insurance and whatnot, or you refuse to get out of the vehicle, all of which are lawful orders. I know this, and I'm not even American. All of them are lawful orders. If you refused all of them, they had every right. They could have smashed your window and everything and dragged you out that car, you fucking idiot. And Chili's all there nodding along, licking it all up. Ugh.
Supreme Court's ruled that once they stick their hand inside of your vehicle and unlock it, it's a Fourth Amendment violation.
Totally thought he was going to say stick his hand up his arse, but yeah.
I went ahead and since he snatched me out of the truck and threatened to arrest me, I did go ahead and give him my driver's license information, but I refused to give him any insurance. So he wrote me a ticket for no insurance and no registration, no proof of insurance and no registration. They set up a court date.
Yeah.
I went to court. The DA decided not to show up that day. They said, yeah, imagine that, right? So the case should have been dismissed right there. I was like, the case should be dismissed right now on its face.
Right.
He's like, well, we tried to call you. You didn't answer your phone. How am I supposed to prove that he didn't or didn't? But if I don't show up to court, I get arrested.
Yep.
Okay. So and then after that, there's another pullover, and they're gonna arrest you. And we're gonna show a little bit of that video. But first, real quick, Danny, let me bring on Paul Unslaved and introduce you to the
Stop doing
audience. Paul, hey, how you doing,
screenshots.
buddy?
Fuck me, man. I keep trying to pause it and it keeps doing screenshots. Oh, wow, he's handsome, isn't it? What I was going to say, well, I don't know where this is going to go. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I think it said this was from like 22 hours ago, so I'm assuming it was from last night. Yeah, I did maths. There we go. Yeah, I thought, right, if he's bigging this geezer up and whatnot, not this geezer now, the bloke that was just talking a second ago, or was he bigging Paul Unslaved up? It might have been him. I thought it was going to be some like footage of, it being successful, a successful subsit traffic stop for a change, which means we never, ever, ever see. Hello, Steve. Hello, Cathalia. How you doing, love? Yeah, I mean, all that just seemed actual, everything that he was saying just seemed run of the mill, didn't it? Exactly how shit goes. But no, he doesn't have to put, oh, God, man, why do these people have an issue with having insurance? So much harm is caused by uninsured drivers. It's ridiculous. You know what? And Chili's pulling a lovely pause face, as always. Cheers for that, Chillette. Appreciate it.
Hey, what's going on, Castro?
How you doing, buddy?
So, I'm doing well, man. Just to comment on what he's saying, I just see this all as, I like to boil it down and I give it a little bit of a rough edge sometimes, street terminology. This is basic psychology, pimping and hoeing. They told you show up at a certain date, and they knew they didn't have the goods, so they're gonna play this game of, well, we called you. Nah, it doesn't work that way. There's nothing to talk about. If there is something to talk about, it's because you know you ain't got the goods. So you want to like deal behind the scenes. We don't deal with terrorists. Terrorists is defined by the FBI as 2 or more people using a political idea forced upon the individual. These folks are forcing us to be part of a political and corporate structure. That's under U.S. Code, Title 53 and the rest of it. All of these interactions are commercial, and it's a unification of government and corporations, which is the definition of fascism. Okay, so, you know, we have the Castro here, and then we got like another kind of Castro kind of system, right? So, you know, unification. Like,
there's the
Fuck me, he's a proper true believer, he is, isn't he? Oh, fucking idiot. And you know what probably has bolstered his beliefs and stuff? I bet he probably has been let off once, where, you know, he didn't have to do this, that and the other, where his bullshit worked, or where the copper just couldn't be asked for the paperwork. And it's them occasions that bolsters their fucking side of bullshit. It's just, what the fuck? Oh, he looks like a fucking idiot. He looks like he ain't got 2 brain cells to rub together. But yeah, we must listen to him. He knows what he's talking about, apparently. Fucking terrorist tyrants.
That's me, and then there's the entity that the government has created. Is that right?
Right, and this is where if you go back to my original video, that if you know me at all, you're going to know me from there, the masses, so to speak. And then I have a secondary community. But you'll listen to the officer say, well, what about the name that isn't your name, that looks like your
Yeah, you got there, ain't me? How was your holiday? I had a good time.
name that the government gave you that isn't your name? He literally says something like that. So that was the outing point right there. If you go back and watch that, don't tell me this ain't about surety, and don't tell me this ain't about a legal entity when it's all U.S. code, and he said it on the side of the road.
So everybody, as you can see, we have a guy here who is going to break this down for us. So you heard a little bit of ego checker. Danny, that's the name of his channel. We're going to watch his video. So they arrested him. He gave them paperwork, explained to them, I have a constitutional right to travel. I am not driving. I am not in commerce. What Paul just taught you. And now, this next time they pull him over, the cop pulls him over just to arrest him. So let's watch the
Shut up. I love what Paul just taught you. Yeah, Paul just taught... Oh, you know what? There's no point.
this together, and then we'll come right back and talk to Paul and Danny together.
Yes, I am.
That's some top-class video footage, that is. Look at that. Look at that quality. Oh, my God. I've not seen anything that bad in years. What's going on? Did he get his fucking dash cam from the pound shop? Oh, wow. No, it can't handle movement, clearly.
This is what I'm fixing to handle. Is there an emergency?
If that's his
sir,
phone
you're driving
camera,
a truck
that's
that does not have
amazing.
the license plates on it. Don't need it. Okay. Get your driver's license proof. I'm not waiving any of my rights. I want to go ahead and hand you this. Okay. So you can, just so you know, my name is Officer Lightfoot with the College Police Department, okay? Okay. Stop this for the plate. You might want to call cops. You want to go ahead and hand you that? What is this, sir? You can read it. I presume you can read. Is there no emergency? Oh, you're being stopped for a traffic violation. Okay, you might want to call your supervisor. Okay, he's on the way. Can you step out of the truck for me? What's your probable cause for me stepping out of the truck? You're under arrest. I'm under...
I don't know, Salah. I saw that on Daruga's channel, and he looked really, really familiar. But I don't know whether it's this geezer. This picture ain't very good either, is it?
Arrest for what? For the traffic violations, because you've been warned about this and cited for it. I went to court. I went to court on this. Check out the truck. I would prefer your supervisor. I prefer your supervisor get out here. Can you start this lady to get out of the truck? Can you please get out of the truck, sir? Wait for your supervisor. Can you get out of the truck? Wait for your supervisor. Okay. We can do that. Would you mind just keep your hands up there? You can record what you want, doing all that stuff. Can you put your hand, the other hand up there for me, sir? Yeah, I'm good. Okay. I just want to be able to see your hands. That's all. Okay. Okay. You good?
I know I've sped it up. You all heard that, didn't you? You can record as much as you want, sir, because Chili really likes to go on, especially that, all of this is because I wanted to record and they didn't want me to record. Every copper that we've seen Chili have an interaction with has had no issue with him recording at all. The issue is that he's a twat. That's all.
I respect you. You've been respectful.
Who breaks
to me.
the law?
All right. So were you waiting on me? I'm sorry. I said y'all been waiting on me. No, I saw you pulling out from. Yeah, y'all been waiting on me. I saw y'all been stalking me. Y'all been stalking me. I recognize your truck. How you recognize my truck? Because it's got the private tags on it. Oh, so you're stalking me? No, I was driving down the road and then I made a U-turn because I saw you turn. Okay, you don't want to throw this out?
So do you guys get what he was saying right there? What he's saying right there is You saw me, yet I had broken no laws. I had done nothing.
Shut up, Chiller. Good morning, Burns. Wish I had a treadmill. Then again, to be perfectly honest, I think I'd kill myself on it very soon. Not very good at running. I'm not even very good at walking. Seriously, yeah, you know, if it rains too much, I nearly fall over and all sorts. I have an issue with gravity.
Wrong. So you started stalking me. And he's saying, no, you didn't have your tags. You didn't contract with us.
Hi, effing lawyer. How you doing?
And so let me bring on the guys here so we can kind of.
Oh yeah, please do, because we haven't.
Let's just
yeah,
stop
we
here
need
before
that,
they're going to put hands on.
So let me bring this up, Castro. He uses the term traffic, right? And we all just breeze right past that. Go back to what traffic is. It's the same thing as trafficking.
Did he just call Chili Castro? I'm sure he did, you know. I think that's well cool. I do feel a bit healthier today. I've had a lot of sleep though, so it's when now. When did I go live? Was it Friday night? I think it might have been Friday or Saturday. I can't bloody remember now. And my throat was getting sore and sore, and then yeah, it was rubbish. So, but I'm all right now. I think anyway. Hopefully.
Trafficking is a commercial terminology. Drug trafficking, human trafficking. It means bringing people or services or product on the road for profit. That's what traffic is. Trafficking, right? So they're using.
Oh my fucking god, man! I shouldn't have interrupted him. Maybe I should have let him finish his bullshit. He's going to start the whole like it's like what Chili does as well, isn't it? That's a legal term. What is it? What did he say to Gunnar? You call me a nuisance. That's a legal term. Oh my god! And I can remember he did the same sort of thing with Kate and Josh. I think like in the initial fucking lawsuit with them, it said that they'd said something and it's a legal term. It's a big load of bollocks, man. Oh, excuse me. Thinking of buying a new bed. I'd love a new bed. It's the little things that excite me. Now I get it. I completely get it. Honestly, a new bed would excite me. It really would. They do know that prefixes are a thing, right? And of course they don't, Lucian. Of course they don't. I love your name, by the way. I was going to name one of my sons Lucian. But my husband disagreed with me. How dare he?
Constantly words and terms that denote a commercial jurisdiction, and nobody's getting it.
Mm-hmm. And Danny, tell me what's going on here with you. As you realize this guy is literally stalking you because you don't want to contract with the state and say that.
God, where did you go for you to say that? I can't remember. Got back from holiday Friday. What was not even killed by the police? No fun at all. Bless you.
They have governance over you for you to travel freely.
Yeah, that's correct. And you also have to ask, I've never seen this cop before. I've never seen the other cop before. How does he know what I'm driving? How does he know it was me driving? If he wasn't stalking me, I hadn't even made it in about a mile into College Station before he pulled me over.
Sir, can I stop you?
Yes, sir.
Because we're back to words again. The commercial term.
Yeah,
The
oh my
driver
God.
employed on the roadway to.
Yeah, because Black's Law Dictionary says so, doesn't it? Yeah. That's not a law book. It's a fucking dictionary. I hate that these fucking retrobates think that they know more than actual lawyers. It's insulting, man. Oh, hi, Antonor. How you doing, mate?
Deliver persons, passengers, they'll say, hey, that guy in your car, that's your passenger. Well, back to their legal book. It says a passenger is someone who paid to be
Not their
driven.
legal book.
Yes, that's correct.
It ain't their
What do I
legal
call him?
book.
I was traveling, and I told the officer I was traveling as well.
Who's riding with me? If you're with
Right, I
me,
guess it's my next friend, right? I mean, for you to label it, yeah, it's my next friend. You know, it's my fellow traveler. I guess there's different ways you could choose. I just don't accept their words and terms, right? You know as well as I do, trafficking is commercial, passengers commercial, drivers commercial. It's all defined legal definitions.
now let's watch them go hands-on with Danny, and he's broke.
These are saying all this, and their faces are so serious. They actually meet, or him in the middle especially. He's nuts. He's full blown, ain't he? And then the other geezer, the one who it happened to, he's sort of, he's in there, but his script didn't work, and he can't work out why. And Chili's just whatever his viewers want. Whatever they want to wear, he'll lap it up. Whatever train he can jump on next, it's this one. I know people have been saying he's a soft sit. Team Skeptic fucking called it, didn't they? Ages ago, months and months and months ago, good year ago probably, called Chili a soft sit. But it's took this year for him to pretty much go full blown. They're a bit funny about bullet. I was using a friend's car. They're a bit funny about bullet holes and seats drenched in blood. Yeah, I can get it. The blood can be a fucker to get out of seats. Work.
In no
There we
law,
go.
he's hurt no persons.
No, you can keep that. No, I want you to fill this out. You have to fill this out by law. Okay.
No, we don't.
Okay, but just leave it right here for now. Okay. And okay. Supreme Court has also ruled that I'm gonna go ahead and give you this too. Let me show you what I'm giving them.
Okay, I'll take it. Just hang on to it for now.
Yeah, I want you to read it.
We're waiting for my supervisor.
Okay, yeah. ahead and read this too. Okay, just hang on to it for now, sir. Hang on to it for now. You're refusing to take it? No, I'm not. I said hang on to it for now. But you can read it, right? You can read it while you're waiting, right? Sir, I'm talking to you. Okay.
Oh
Respectfully,
my
you my
God.
attention. I don't need your attention. Okay. Well, you were stopped you lawfully stopped. So lawfully, no. Okay. Get my stuff's blown away. Can you grab it? I'll go get it in a minute. All right.
So you know what I want to do?
Is there a
Danny?
reason why you don't want to just get out to the vehicle?
So Danny, what I want to do right now is I want to show them exactly what you were showing them, because you sent me a copy of the documents, and this is, you know, I want you guys to email me, go to deletelaws.com, go to my inquiry form and put constitutional travel. I want to know how many people are interested in traveling constitutionally. And now I want to show you the forms that Danny was putting out the window for the coppers to.
I've got to do it, yeah, I will do it. What do I need? Because I don't listen to him properly. So I heard what he just said then, but I know he mentioned it earlier, yeah? So I can put constitutional travel in the subject line thing. What does he want me to put in the actual email? What do I need to put? I need to know. Bollocks.
Let me see if this is. Ooh, oh, that's downloads. I'm a little nervous to click on any of these. That's it. Share. Okay, there it is. You guys see that? So these are the questions that Danny was posing that he wanted the coppers to answer. So what
Why was he a little nervous to click on any of them? Did I miss something?
is this, Danny? Explain this to me.
Yeah, please explain it to
Yeah,
us.
that's a public servant's questionnaire. You can read up there. I don't remember what actually the code it is. It's a privacy act that they actually have to fill that out before public service agent
don't.
ask you any questions.
No, they don't.
Let me read this to everybody who's watching right now. It says at the top, public service questionnaire. The questionnaire must be filled out by any public servant before you can ask the citizen any question. Federal law, including the Privacy Act 5, U.S. Code C, Step 552A 88 Stat 1896, 1974 authorizes public servant's full name. Put it in. He wants him to fill it in. Public servant's residence address. You want the residential address of the copper. Name of the copper agency. Full legal name of.
Even Chili sounds like, right? Why is he reading this list of questions just set? And I thought it anyway, a couple of times. He sounded like he finds this a bit fucking out there. And I mean, that kind of says a lot if even Chili thinks this is a bit out there. Oh, that bloke, man, saying fucking, you know, they have to fill this in. Every time they have to fill this in. What a load of bollocks.
Supervisor and the office address. Will you as a public service uphold the Constitution? Okay, I got it. So now.
Exactly, effing lawyer. I mean, if people have the right to travel meant that you've got the right to travel in any form of transport that you choose, then you have every right to jump in a helicopter or an airplane and do it, don't you? You have every right because you've got the right to travel. Driving, as is flying and whatnot, is not a fucking right. It's a fucking, a privilege. Not what everybody wants either, because I think driving looks terrifying, but yeah.
Now, let's be clear, from my perspective, you know, they'll say he's in the sob sit rap now, because this is the catch-all term, but you want to say that they got to know all this and pursuant to federal code. That's all for their system and people within it. When you opt in to be in it, they consider you a co-trustee.
Right, how many times has this poor unslaved dickhead handed those papers over? Hi, Scott. Handed those papers over to some police, yeah, and they've actually filled it in and handed it back. How many times? I'd love to know. I'd love to see a copy. If he's got a copy of a completed one, guaranteed he's completed it his fucking self. And I bet he's got no video footage of the copper filling it in. None at all. No copper would ever stand there and fill that in. It would just get chucked back at him like Chili's fucking trifold.
That corporate body known as United States, which is a corporation headed in D.C., right? So when you call yourself a citizen, you're saying, I owe allegiance to the corporate body headed in D.C., which is technically a foreign corporation on the land we call United States, because there's a differentiation between the land and the men and women who live on the land versus the corporate body, the corporate political body, and the citizens that make up that public sort of entity, right? That political body. So that's why they got you voting for corporate masters, president, vice president, treasurer, right? Those are corporate positions. So they've got us believing that the law society is the legal society. No, they're two different things. There's a legal society and a law society. There's legal and lawful. There's public jurisdiction, corporate, commercial activity, and there's on the land jurisdiction for men and women under God, the people.
Right, but Paul, let me a bit. You know, he's giving a copper a form that's a questionnaire that he wants him to fill out under U.S. Code 5, United States Code 552A or B. I can't remember what it said exactly, but tell me your logic behind this, Danny, and why does that copper have to fill out that form?
Well, if he's asking me for my information, where I live, I don't reside anywhere. I'm non-domicile. I actually unregistered to vote, Paul, because I want to be pulled out of that system. And if they want to do things right, then I have to do things right.
It's got to be a lot, innit, Andrew?
if they're, and I get what Paul was saying about me getting in their jurisdiction when I ask them for codes and stuff, but if they have to get information from me, I should be able to get information from them because they don't ever ID.
I agree with you.
Well, that's not true. They do ID. They don't necessarily get the wallet out or whatever and show you the ID, but they do have their name. And if they've got badge numbers, they've got them on there as well. You can see their name, you can see their badge number, you can take note of them. Most of them will tell you if you ask as well, because especially if you play the, what if I can't read bullshit, yeah? So shut the fuck up. You're an idiot.
They have to provide pretty much from the few things I saw there, like it says under the code, which is written for them, they got to provide 3 forms of ID. Now, they'll say they don't. Yeah, they can't ID you unless you're in a
Hi, Sharon.
commission of a crime where they have reasonable articulable suspicion to believe so. Well, crime is synonymous with loss, injury, and harm.
Oh, that's a good question, that is, Church. That's a very good question. Hi, Welsh News Network. How you doing, mate? Who was the alpha between them? Paul definitely thinks he is. Paul's the one that they're all turning to, that they're actually learning from, so to speak. So, yeah. Maybe it's Paul. He's the alpha.
Yeah, right. You could say a fraudulent debt situation where you didn't pay.
Here's the other form that he gave him, and I'll zoom in on some of the words here. It says, I invoke and refuse to waive my Fourth Amendment right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. I do not consent to any searches and seizures myself, my own. My vehicle, any property, my possessions. Do not ask me about ownership interest in any property. I do not consent. I invoke and refuse to waive my Fifth Amendment right. I invoke and refuse to waive my Sixth Amendment right to my attorney. I invoke and refuse to waive any privileges, rights pursuant to the Supreme Court of the United States, Miranda
Shut up, Chilla. Hi, Colin. Hi, Nicholas.
versus Arizona. Any statements I make or allegedly consent I give in response to your questions is hereby under protest and under duress. Under U.S. Code 18,
Hi, Rebel.
conspiracy against my rights, deprivation of my rights, possession of this document means you can no longer claim ignorance of the clearly established. Now, to be honest, guys, we have seen this before. We've seen this document before. And now, you know what? Paul, do you have a document similar to what Danny gave the coppers?
I actually agree, Goff, to be fair, I do. And he seems to, yeah, I agree for many reasons based on how he looks and how he acts. So, yeah, definitely.
You have?
I have some documentation that I'll travel around with to present, but ultimately what I found is it's going to take a honorable human being in that uniform on some level to make a connection. If these folks are that corrupt or just have gone so deep into the belief that they have a right to regulate men and women.
Oh my days, the fucking irony. That was ridiculous. If they're that cutting that far into the belief coming from him, a complete full-blown soft-hard, that's amazing.
Under the guise of public welfare, they're going to do that because they believe that's the law. That's how they're trained. So they're going, what are you, crazy? In order to ensure public welfare, you can't just do whatever you want to do, even if you're not causing loss, injury, and harm. We got to govern you, but that's not the foundation of government.
Hi, Unlocked. Hi, Logan.
Government is for those who can't govern themselves without causing harm to everyone with repeated malicious intent. Not even an accident falls under that. So you can't say to everyone to keep everyone safe, you're going to force us into contract and give up our God-given rights in order to be kept safe. And that's a common theme that we've been hearing.
Oh, there's another that spews God-given rights. I've asked before, I'll ask again. What about my rights? I'm atheist, I don't believe in God, so what rights have I got?
A lot.
And Danny, when you use this form, have you had success with this form before? Have you ever had any success?
You see that, him shaking his head straight away. No, it's never had any luck with this. Hi, Rose. Never had any luck with this form before. But I keep trying, but I've never had any luck. What was he showing? I didn't realise. He said some of the Gamma Boys followers were saying, Chili, don't go down that rabbit hole, really. That's, you know what, that's interesting then, because I don't know. I thought that maybe a lot of them would be on board with us because they're fucking nutters, isn't there? Hi, Oleg, how you doing? But there are a lot of duck-lipped women who would...
Now, this is where Paul's famous, because he did a video where he just...
Paul's famous? Did you know that? Paul's famous? I had no idea. There we go.
Laid out for the we all saw. So if you haven't seen it on a DLZ Clips, grab that video, please, sir, and drop it in the comments. And
Casio, let's be clear. I have 2 other videos on the channel where they take the car, everything in it. Now here's where it gets good. Right. They take the guns and the ammo and the body armor.
Do we need to look at Paul on Slave's channel and see, like, I bet he's got some shit on there that makes him look fucking stupid. Might have to check it out. Not necessarily now. Might not even be tonight, but we'll check it out.
Because I was traveling and moving property, right, from original to the new location, storage, whatever you want to call it. They took all that. They said, if you don't go to court, you ain't getting none of that back. It was all restored back to the trust because I don't own any of that property. That property's held in trust, right?
All right, all right.
Hi, Doctor Who. Hi, Donna.
Now listen, let's watch them now go hands-on with a man who has done absolutely nothing wrong. He's hurt nobody, and they targeted him specifically to arrest him for traveling.
Okay, yeah, because you got a gun. You're holding your hand on your gun. Yeah, because no, you already said I'm under arrest, and you're asking me questions, so I'll go ahead and plead my Fifth Amendment.
Are you resisting arrest?
No, I'm not resisting arrest. Okay. I want to know why I'm under arrest. Why am I under arrest? And that's an arrestable offense.
You have been cited.
Yeah, in the court.
For those, which means that the citations.
No. Have I been to court?
I'm sorry.
Have I been to court?
I don't know what you're referring to, sir.
Oh, you don't know what I'm referring to? Okay.
I don't know the point of your question.
Okay. The court decides that, right?
No. So whenever somebody is stopped for a traffic stop, citations are issued in lieu of arrest.
Hey, Connor, can you call Billy and tell him to come get Stormy? I'm getting arrested again.
God.
I can't believe the state of it. Sorry to go back to it, but I cannot believe the state of this fucking camera. What is he using? Just what? It's either a really bag of shit dash cam. I want to be able to hear what the cop is saying, sorry. Or a really old fucking mobile phone, innit? What the fuck? There's Vlad here. Hi, Vlad. How you doing?
My name is John Lightfoot. I work at College Station Police Department. Badge is 1143.
Oh my God, look at that. The copper just ID'd himself. Didn't he say, not minutes ago, yeah, that they never ID themselves? I am shocked. I can't believe it. It's almost like he lied. Wow.
1143 Lightfoot.
Yes, sir. John Lightfoot.
All right, John Lightfoot. I'm turning my car off. Don't shoot me.
Hey, like I said, you can nothing but cool with me, man. It's not about being cool, bro. It's about respecting your oath.
Yeah, but I'm doing a constitutionally protected activity. Constitutionally protected activity.
What is going on?
Not driving. I'm traveling.
Okay, I got you.
You got me? So you want to read this?
Like I said, once I'm able to do that and I'm able to do that safely, I will do that.
Okay. I'm in Home Depot and the Home Depot and University and Highway 6. They were waiting on me, stalking me again.
You saw me driving down the road and I recognize your truck. I recognize your truck because you do it, you drive around and you've been told multiple times it's not legal.
So, not legal?
Yeah. But yeah, stalking you. So because you are an idiot who drives around illegally so often and have been pulled for the same thing so often, yes, they recognise your truck. One thing I do have to add though, yeah, is that over here, that wouldn't happen. There would be no repetitive behaviour like that. He would not have his truck anymore. Simple. Over in America, I don't get why they let them get away with shit so long and so consistent. I can't even think of the right word. It's late.
Oh, it is legal, 100%. No, I don't. But if you read this, you would understand maybe. Once again, I'm going to try to hand it to him.
Go ahead and put that back in the car. I've already told you.
I'm at Home Depot on University.
You've already said
Connor.
that.
University and
I can't read, man.
yes, he's not a supervisor, is he? You might want to call
That's
Caps.
also coming.
You might want okay.
Yeah, he's coming.
Oh, Couch. I'm having a meeting with Couch. You might want to call Couch. He's just refusing anything.
He needs to stop moving
So
his
they're talking
camera.
back and forth about how to hurt somebody,
Yeah, of
how to
course
take
they
someone
are.
to a dungeon
dickhead.
who has no victim.
And where he knows. Can you
Chili, you're a fucking idiot. I don't need to get started again on the whole preventing victims. No, that's not the way to be. Not allowed to prevent victims. No. You need to only go for people who have created victims. So which means we have to have a lot of people get injured and die for idiots and dangerous people to get arrested. People have to die or get injured first, and then dangerous people can be arrested. Yeah, makes total sense.
He already knows this one, so they've been stalking me and harassing me.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, it is what you said.
Not what I said. I mean, he doesn't look like a creeper, does he?
What?
Hello, Mr. Clark.
Wow, you know me.
Oh my God, this fucking camera's giving me a headache.
My badge number is 1455. Hey, My partner here, he asked you to step out of the vehicle. Is there a reason you're not stepping out?
What's your probable cause for me to step out?
So there's case law that says that an officer...
But you need probable cause.
No, that is not true.
Okay.
Okay, this is being said, my partner has already told you that you were under arrest, so you do need to come out of the vehicle.
Now, I'm under arrest.
Okay, so I want to just...
Shut up. Yes, delete the lols, exactly. And you know what? I completely fucking forgot to look back when I was live streaming one day last week, and there was that bit where he said that, you know, he doesn't care about people dying, like distracted drivers dying or killing people, whatever. At least they'll die free. He said that. That blew my fucking mind. How disgusting. And people agree with him. What the fuck?
This is probably for me, and for what I do, and the reason I started my channel. He said there's case law that allows us to pull you out of the car, and let me just say right now, the case law is Terry versus Ohio. The extension of Terry versus Ohio is Pennsylvania versus Vince.
It's always Terry versus Ohio. I'm pretty sure, I don't even know for sure, yeah, one of you will correct me, I might even be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's other case law. It's not always Terry versus fucking Ohio.
Terry versus Ohio is why some random cuck wearing a slave catcher badge can pull you over and say that you have to get out of your car, and Supreme Court law supports that.
I think cook's his new favourite word, isn't it? It keeps saying about like people being cooks. You're a cook. Right there. Ugh. He's just like, he's not even in a position where he could be a cook, even if he wanted to be. It's just, you know what I mean? Fucking, but every copper is a beta male cook. Oh, shut the fuck up, idiot.
Tyrant. When Danny he doesn't want to get out of the car because he doesn't want to be hurt, which is about to happen right now. He's about to be hurt by these people.
What? I'm gonna wait till your supervisor because I'm scared of y'all.
Fine, sir.
I'm physically scared of y'all. Y'all want to fucking kill me.
Okay. Well, I got no reason to do that.
Yeah. You ain't got no reason to follow me around and talk to me either. Hey, y'all, I'm at a Home Depot on University. If somebody wants to come and get Stormy.
I've literally heard him say that now 3 or 4 times. Who's going to come and save him? What's going on?
They're going to arrest me again.
I couldn't think how to say it, Goff, honestly. It's like cook, and I knew it sounds like cook, like, you know, cook dinner and shit like that, but I don't know how to say it. Just cook old.
You want to read this?
That's fine. I don't need to read that right now.
So your supervisor here?
Okay.
Okay, I'll for your supervisor. Once again, another vehicle just pulled up.
I believe that's my supervisor there.
Okay.
And you're just going to get a bigger pig.
Did stop you from calling for a supervisor? They did it, Chilito, dickhead.
Here they come.
Hello. Yep. Name and badge number? I know, I've met you before. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Lucian, and honestly, he did say that. He really said that. He said he doesn't care if they die, as long as they die free. At least they die free. There was exact fucking words. It was quite disgusting. It would be a great campaign line, won't it, for when he's campaigning to be governor?
I've met you before. What's that? I said I've met you before. Okay. So what's going on today? They said you wanted a supervisor.
Nothing was going on. He was just traveling down the road. There was nothing going on before. There's a half a dozen pigs around him.
Yes, he says I'm under arrest for traveling. I believe he said you were under arrest for, was it?
Vlad, at the beginning of this, yeah, he said YouTube were fucking him over, basically, because he was getting, what did he say? Is it, I can't remember now. Oh, he said a number about how many thousands of new subscribers he was getting each month. But now all of a sudden YouTube, Google have turned the tap off. So he's not been pulling them in anymore, which basically meant that he's decided to invest his money in something else now at the moment, and he's not buying subscribers anymore.
No registration and no license, but the thing you've been cited for multiple times. Yeah, and I went to court, and the judge hasn't decided if I can or can't yet. Okay. So you might want to read these. These are case laws. Okay. Will you take a minute to read these? Okay.
No.
So you're under arrest. Okay. So for under arrest for driving, not driving, but for traveling down the roadway. Correct. Do you have a supervisor? No, I don't. You don't have a sergeant because you're just a corporal. Is there a lieutenant or somebody with brass?
There's no lieutenants here tonight.
There's no lieutenants here tonight.
No, sir.
Okay, you know I'm having a meeting with your chief, right?
Okay.
You don't care about that?
Vote De Castro 2024. He's a really nice person who wishes bone cancer on children and says if you die because of a distracted driver, or you are the distracted driver, at least you die free. Yeah, man.
Either
No.
to be discussing this because y'all been
I'm not sure what that has to do with this situation.
this situation because this is constitutionally protected activity.
Okay. So you're under arrest for the charges that we said. If you don't step out of the vehicle, you're going to be additionally charged with interference.
Interference. Sorry.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn my truck on so I can roll up my windows.
No, don't do that, Mr. Pike.
I just want to roll up my windows.
After the fact.
What's that?
We'll turn your windows up after the fact.
After the
Do it
fact.
with the door open so that way we know that you're not.
They have to have total control over whether his windows go up.
No, they have to have total control of the safety of the situation. He clearly ain't right in the head. Who's to say that he ain't gonna turn his vehicle back on and put his fucking foot down and kill people? The police officers, other people, himself? Shut the fuck up, you idiot.
Or not. Listen.
Truck on so I can roll up my windows.
No, don't do that, Mr. Pike.
I'm just want to roll up my windows.
After the fact.
What's that?
We'll turn your windows up after the fact.
After
We control you
Oh my God,
completely.
shut up.
You are our slave and our bitch.
the
Do it
fact.
with the door open so that we know that you're not going to take off on it.
That's what I'm doing. I'm not trying. Keep it on.
Preposterous. Fuck, man. Sucks, Danny. Sucks.
Absolutely, William. Absolutely.
There he goes. Here comes the torture cuffs. There it is, guys, right there. There it is. So let me bring my guest back on here. So, Danny, you first, man. The cuffs hurt?
Oh yeah, Chili. They actually asked him to put double cuffs on me because I'm a pretty big guy. I'm 6'4", 230. And they went ahead and done that, but they were so fucking excuse my language, YouTube Chinese pricks. And they done that. They were as they was walking me to the car. They had two cops on both of my arms.
Right, can we see pictures then, please, of your injured wrist, sorry. You know, from the torture cuffs.
That little short.
You can add it to Chili's and Torture Cuffs website. He really actually does need some decent stories on there, because at the moment, they're all awful.
Piggy, the one that come up, the second one, while we was walking to the car, trying to pressure point my elbow. You know.
Oh my God. Yeah, there's another one. I guarantee that he didn't come up with that though yet until Chili got arrested the other week, and then suddenly thought, oh yeah, I can say the same.
And right when he done that, he slung my arm forward. He pushed my arm forward and tried to pressure point me, to try to get me to resist, because what is it going to do on his body cam? He sees my arm slinging forward, and they don't know he pushed it. So what I done is like, hey, mother, what are you trying to do? Get me to resist on body cam, so they would hear that on body cam.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to the county, I asked him, I was like, hey, dude, these cuffs are so freaking tight. I was like, hey, you need to bring your camera and take pictures. I was like, I want you to take pictures of my wrist. He would not do it. So what he done is he took his body cam off and he set it down while he was doing his paperwork, and he faced it toward me. When the bailiff came in, he took the cuffs off, and what I done is I stood up and I put my wrist in front of his body camera so I would get it on his body camera. So I have
It just happened to me.
Right, so you've got the body cam footage then, haven't you? Surely you've asked for the body cam footage, so you can show us all that, yeah? We eagerly await. When did this happen? Was it recently? Was it a while ago? I'd like to know. I'd like to know when it happened. Because if it was recent, maybe he's got to wait a little bit longer for it. But, it probably wasn't. It was probably a while ago, by which time he could have been able to get the body cam footage. And so we can all see that. That's fine. So we'll see the evidence.
And everybody, endtorturecuffs.com. You can post your story on endtorturecuffs.com. Sorry for interrupting.
The website that's run by his extraordinary volunteers. What's the names? Was it Adam Watkins or Mark? Oh, Adam Watkins and I've forgotten her name. Kerry. Is it Kerry Summit? Yeah. And and you've got the Adam Watkins is also female. And yeah, etc. etc. So yeah, go on to End Torture Cuffs.
Danny,
you're good, Chili.
I want everybody to be able to, and I want you, Danny, to go to endtorturecuffs.com and post your story and tell the whole story. It takes, just so you know, when I haven't done it yet, I started. It takes a long time. So okay. So now, Paul, what's your take on them arresting him?
Well, I mean, he could have just cooperated and complied. Right? Am I right? I
They
mean,
came to arrest
That
him.
happened.
They came to arrest him.
Oh yeah.
They pulled him over and said, "You're under arrest."
Not gonna happen. I'm a freedom fighter. I'm never gonna comply. I fight till the end. Yeah.
In 30 seconds.
obviously I'm being flippant because these folks are NPCs, they're avatar, they're in a state of beingness, just like they'll say, you're in a state of. I go, I'm not in anything, right? Except
Do you think she puts it in the chat? Yeah. If you think what Chili just wiped his face and mouth with was the rag that he got off Charlie again.
maybe a universe. This state of that you all talk about is a state of beingness I think you're a part of, where you're all...
I'm sorry for interrupting you, Paul. Where's the money? Did they take your truck?
Not this time. They did last time.
What about your body? How much did it cost you to get your body out of the dungeon?
Well, he arrested me on Class C misdemeanors. Class C is not a crime by definition. A crime by definition is a jail dispense, and that's a Class B or a Class A misdemeanor. A Class C misdemeanor is only fine only.
So it's a walk through the jail. They just booked you and released you on recognizance, or you had to bail out.
He told me they gave me a PR bond, but said I had to wait 3 to 4 hours for it to get bonded, so they could. And I just sat there basically. But they waited 6 hours before they let me out.
And you just sit in the torture cuffs at the dungeon?
For about
No, see, look, he was about to say no, but he realises what fucking road Chili's going down, so he has to think about it now and see what he can make up, which don't necessarily, go against what he said not long ago about, how tight the cuffs were and what was said and what was done, etc., etc. It's hard work making shit up on the fly. Take my word for it. I try and do videos sometimes unscripted, and oh god, it's lots of fun.
30 minutes I was there. I kept asking them to take the cuffs off.
Right. Okay. So what, Paul, I think, I look to you to kind of like be the grand poobah here in this space because I've seen you do it.
Seriously, yeah, what's a poobah? Please let me know. Ain't nothing good in my head.
I've seen you smack the coppers down respectfully, not disrespectfully. I'm much more disrespectful than Paul is. And so what's your advice to Danny? And how do you see it going? And, I want everybody to email me. I want everybody to email me right here. Go to deletelaws.com and put
I'm glad you said that all classes misdemeanors are crimes. I was going to say, misdemeanors are still crimes, aren't they? They're just not like a serious crimes kind of thing. So, yeah.
constitutional travel on the subject line of your email. I want to know how many people want to constitutionally travel. And that's what they believe they have a right to travel. I just want to know how many people are really into this. That's why I put this up here. Go to my website, deletelaws.com.
So is he hoping, right, that his viewers will email him and say that they're really interested in this, and then that's the road that he's going to go down now? He's going to feature more soft hard stuff. Is that his plan, maybe?
With a Z, and then put on your subject line, constitutional travel. I want to know how many people are into it. Okay, Paul, so I don't know the answer, and so many people ask me, and I'm a great big dunce cap, and only, I don't know a way around it, and I hate it. So I'm hoping you
The point is that these folks are corrupt. They're already in a duality here where they're going to continue doing what they've always done. And we're going to get what we've always got. And it's going to get worse and become more encroaching in all areas of our life. So they'll ask me the same thing, and I tell them, you got to do what's true and what's right because it's a conviction you hold in your heart. You have to know who and what you are and what you're not. That's the only thing that's going to give you faith to continue. There is no bulletproof answer. As the man told you, these folks are corrupt. They don't know objective right from wrong, and they're not even willing to read their own shit and understand it. So this is a long game. We just got to hold fast, stay vigilant, stay willful, stay disciplined, and principled. And
wow, principled. That's amazing. And yeah, anyway, and go to jail. Happy days.
surrender and faith, right? What's the only other option? Comply, cooperate, and live like a slave more and more in many areas of our life.
No, I'm going to be governor, and I'm going to change it.
No, you're not.
I'm going to change so many things because you have to have executive power.
Where's he going to be governor of? How are you going to be governor? You wish cancer on children. You want people to die as long as they die free. Shut the fuck up.
Without executive power, nothing gets accomplished. We're screwed. Totally screwed from top to bottom.
But this is back to that public fool system and what it taught us. It taught us to go into the system to change the system. The original true government of the land is of the people, by the people, for the people. These are persons under U.S. code, which means legal actors. They're corporate actors. So, I applaud your enthusiasm. I'm open to see what you can do. But we know how the drain the swamp routine goes. And it's for a reason. Because this is a corporate commercial endeavor that they've united with an idea of government. And they've created a separate jurisdiction for public welfare to get us all to buy into it.
Oh my
And
God.
most people are in and don't even know it. They bought in, they believe it, they choose it, and they even want to continue in it to change it.
Does he believe in that private fund thing that everybody's got as well? You know, that what a lot of sovereign citizens believe in. And like, you know, when your name's on paper in capital letters, that's not you. You're the man. That's whatever. Oh, I don't know. You know, all the normal shit that they say. It's crackers.
All we have to do, I believe, is correct our status, step out of this system, and say, we understand the law and a lawful society.
He's been going on about it, you know, Burns. He's been going on about it quite a lot lately. He's been repeatedly saying it a lot. He hasn't revealed yet where he's going to run for governor, but so I'm kind of looking forward to it, to be honest. It'll be a laugh, obviously, because it won't take off at all. Or the most he's ever going to do is this, just talking about it. That's all he's ever going to do. And then he'll stop, and he'll just hope that everybody forgets about it.
Statute, policy, and codes, and a legal society.
There has to be, so that's why I put up that, said go to my...
It's fucking board game. What a fucking letdown. I know I'm not the only one. You know, it's had to break the news to my grandchildren that they're not going to get it. It's disgraceful. It's so wrong. We was relying on that. You know what I mean? Wanker.
Website and send me an email and put constitutional travel on it. Because for that to work, there's going to have to be literally millions of guys like Danny who are willing to take the ride and be arrested. And so, from just to go back to what Danny was talking about, the money, because it always boils down to money with the government. They want money.
Hey, Luke, I don't mind if you. I don't blame you, sorry, for peeking in and running away.
So now, how much money do you have to pay them? It's just fines, and you don't have a driver's license to suspend. So that's what they do to everybody else. They put you in this pyramid system where you got to pay to get your car out or you out, and you can barely afford that. And so that's how it goes, and it just keeps on going. But where are you at now with money? How much money do they want from you for you traveling? See, traveling down the road.
Well, Chili, the first time they towed my truck, I was in for about 8 hours, and it was almost $400 to get out. And the cash I had with me, they stick all my cash on a card that you can't get cash out. So after you get out of jail, you can't get cash off of that card. They made me pay the fines that I'm not guilty of, haven't been proven guilty of. They made me pay all those fines before I could get out of jail.
That's $400.
Well, wait there, stop. Right, you don't get fined, so do you, unless you've been basically caught doing something or have been found guilty of doing something. I mean, you get fined like, I don't know, if you get like a parking ticket, that kind of thing, then you can get, you get an automatic fine because, they have caught you doing something that you're not supposed to do. So there's them kind of fines, yeah? But then you got fines. If I think of fines that the court give you, that's because you have been found guilty, sort of thing. So, I don't know. What do I know?
Get my truck out. It was
How much were the fines?
about $1,500. It's like $1,400.
You're $2,000. That's
Yeah, $3,000.
Put a 1 in the chat if you don't have an extra $2,000. and if you don't
Well, they're not going to, are they? The fucking idiots give you all their fucking money.
put a 1 in the chat, my Cash App is...
Oh, my God.
Put a 1
Oh, my God. He's really saying, put a 1 in the chat if you haven't got a spare $2,000, and then he's really going to follow it up with, but my Cash App is, so everybody, please put a 69 in the chat, yeah, if you haven't got a spare £1,000,000, right, £1,000,000, but, yeah, my Cash App so-and-so, so, just throwing that in there, fuck me.
chat if you don't have an extra $2,000. Hold on, wait, let me get in there. Okay. $2,000. How'd you come up with that money?
Just had won a lawsuit off of College Station.
From the police department?
Yep, from the police department. It started 4 days. This started 4 days after I won a lawsuit.
Go ahead, Paul. Sorry. Jump in. Oh, I muted you. Yeah, I'm getting feedback from your mic, Paul.
Did he say that he'd won, wait there, I'm going to have to rewind it a little bit. Sorry, I was trying to sort my tablets out. Give us a second. Because I don't know whether he said that he's won or he's going to.
How much? That's $400?
Just to get my truck out, it was
How much were the fines?
about $1,500. It's like $1,400.
You're $2,000. That's
Yeah, $3,000.
Put a 1 in the chat if you don't have an extra $2,000. And if you don't put a 1 in the chat, my Cash App is.
Oh, that's why he was doing it. Oh, he was doing a joke. Oh, sorry, I missed it, clearly.
Don't have an extra $2,000. Hold on, wait, let me get in there. Okay. $2,000. How'd you come up with that money?
Just had won a lawsuit off of College Station.
From the police department?
Yep, from the police department. It started 4 days. This started 4 days after I won a lawsuit.
Go ahead, Paul. Sorry. Jump in. Oh, I muted you. Yeah, I'm getting feedback from your mic, Paul. It's all right.
Oh, he won a lawsuit. You know what? That's one thing that kind of worries me, though. You know, that like with Chile, for example, that let's say with Las Vegas. I mean, he has not got a leg to stand on. Really, he really hasn't. Nothing was wrong. He was wrong. He's an idiot. But I know sometimes police departments and governments and whatnot settle because it's easier and cheaper than going through the whole fucking rigmarole of an actual court thing. So that bothers me that Chile could one day win like that, and that's it. It's just going to be this big win for him, and he will not stop going on about it. I mean, it's definitely not going to win with Las Vegas Police Department. Look how much he's asking for, which just blows my mind. You know, if he had only asked for maybe 10 grand or something, maybe they would have settled. And Chile's lips are looking exceptionally pale this evening, aren't they?
My apologies. So maybe it's let me try to tell me if that makes it any better long term. But I was just going to say, Mr. DeCastro, that when we start studying, see, I'm not a big fan of their legal process when it comes to defendant, right? Defend means take away your ability to defend for yourself. I just go with understanding of I am.
Defend means take away the ability to fend for yourself. What? Oh no, base one. Oh, of course, yes, it's full soft hard. Understand means, you know, that you stand under, doesn't it? It's that kind of thing, I'm assuming. Wow.
I am in spiritual faith and the definitions of words and terms. But when it comes to, like you say, all they understand is money, mammon, and Moloch, well, that's when we start tapping their pockets. Because they know, like I know, they're making examples out of people to get everybody scared because they're worried that folks like you are going to keep getting arrested and investigating them and stacking up their incompetence and eventually start taking them for a whole bunch of paper. And that's when the dynamic changes. It's happening. There's a lot going on right now, right? That you ain't going to be told about.
Yeah. I feel like the only way it's going to change is if one of us gets to executive power. I don't think that peons, and there was a Yale study done on this.
How did you manage that, Surrender Monkey? But the thing is, and did he see it? Because normally his mods jump straight onto shit like that, don't they? And delete it before he gets to see it. Because that's fucking awesome.
Maybe 15 years ago, that showed the ability for you to be able to change government. You know, even the highest donors who give millions of dollars in contributions only can move the needle a little bit unless you're a Koch brother or a Soros. So you know, but that's how I feel. That's what I believe in my heart from my 48 years on Earth. I don't think anything changes until one of us who truly has the idea that we leave behind a better world, like John F. Kennedy did. Until we get there, I think we're all doomed. Like you said, it'll get worse and worse and worse. And the more technology advances with artificial intelligence and cameras, as long as we have law enforcers in this country, it's going to get worse for us. They'll use the technology to enforce laws upon us. In other countries now, when you drive from point A to point B, if you made it too fast, they give you a ticket. They send you a ticket in the mail.
But again, a lot of this is about conviction. It goes back thousands of years. It's spiritual. What you hold in your heart is your conviction. It's because you keep saying...
He read what, the real him came to Welsh News Networks? Ha, that's cool.
And we all keep believing that laws are codes that they get us every time. So, and they'll say, Paulie is doing mythology because I just, there's this intuition I get and I've seen results. There's a human element. When you walk in the room, they're going to ask you, who and what are you and what do you stand for? You use the wrong word with the wrong energy, they go, we got one. Sheep's like, public's full system. He doesn't know who and what he is and what he's talking about because he wouldn't have used that word. The same thing I do on my panel. We have to get so clear and concise with these words and terms and how we use them and the energy behind them. They have to know you're the deal. They have to know.
Sorry to interrupt you. What does that lanyard say? I know it says Marines. Around fucking ego checkers thingy. My eyesight's not the best. I can't read what it says. Marine something, the proud. What? The proud? Okay, just wondered.
Oh, you're a man of the people. You're honorable, like everything they claim. And then they have to say, do we really want to keep playing with these people? In Nevada now, there's a few counties. They're not enforcing policy and code anymore. They said, we're done with it. Okay, because a bunch of folks went there and started doing this. They said, we're only going to uphold the law. Right? The God-given rights, the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, peacekeeping. Nobody calls us. There's no breach of the peace. We don't police because we ain't out of prison. Right? We ain't looking for...
Absolutely, Burns. I mean, over here we have the TV license and you have to pay tax for your car. You have to pay fucking property tax. You have to pay all sorts of taxes. So, yeah. And they for things that you own. My, apparently here, I don't know much because I don't drive, but the more economical your cars are, eco-friendly and whatnot, the less or even no tax you have to pay. Like my husband don't have to get his car taxed anymore, which is marvellous.
Everybody and what they're doing, we're there to keep the damn peace. So if it's not reached, we don't have a job. So it's already happening, right? Certain counties say we're out. We're not doing the slavery and the revenue generation. We're going to uphold God's law, and we're going to keep ourselves.
Which I'm in Nevada right now. Which counties are those?
I imagine effing lawyer, if that's true, which it probably is, by the way, I agree. This Paul Slade is like, you know, he's full blown that kind of person, ain't it? So, and Chile ain't getting fully on board with him, and he's not getting fully on board with Chile, so I don't think Chile's going to have much success in that way. He's trying to get more soft sit, definitely. But I don't know. I don't think the whole fact that he wants to run for governor isn't going to go in his favour, is it? So.
To look into it. But I can't confirm or deny, I haven't been there firsthand. I don't have firsthand testimony. But I was making knowledge. Right, and this is from various press releases that they told me about, and, you know, I'm pretty sure I've seen something on that, a documentation. They regularly send stuff out and say, you know, for now, stop playing too much with the citizen slaves, especially the ones who are starting to get on the idea of rights, because we're like awakening a sleeping giant here. It's in our genetics. It's in our history. Right, so we don't have to, I believe, work through the system to change the system. We have to get our mind and heart and lifestyle out of the system. Change yourself, change the world, even if it's 1/7 billion. Right, you will influence. And
well said, Logan. But Chile thinks that if he if he becomes governor, for example, he thinks that he can just do all sorts. Like being governor is just, you know, I can't think of my right words tonight. I'm sorry. Limitless power sort of thing, and you know, and you can just change everything, and just like that as well, and just etc. It's kind of mind-blowing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm assuming governors have some power, obviously, but his idea of it is just meh.
Fact. And if not, you're going to learn how to tap their pockets, and you're going to come up on being a lawful, honorable man. Everybody wants to get to a bag. What better way to get to a bag than being a true patriot, like everyone claims on these Fox noise, right? So you're standing for rights, freedom, and principles. They did wrong to you. You tapped their pockets, and you went and bought a house outright with the right documents, so you actually own it, and then put it into trust, so you have no duty and obligation with the public sphere. Then they can't.
On your point there, you know,
Burns, it really has, hasn't it? And like everybody being on lockdown for ages and being at home more and being online more on social media more, that's made it even more. It seems like more people are looking a certain way and acting a certain way and believing and thinking a certain way. It's just that more people have had time on their hands and social media's blew up.
I just sued Las Vegas Metro Police Department with 5 defendants. So just so people understand, number one, all of my lawsuits are still ongoing. But number two, that just cost Clark County $30,000 to $50,000 to reply to my lawsuit against them. And money is their god. So whether or not I win or lose, whack. I just whacked them. And I'll continue to whack them. And I'll win. And I'm not going to stop until I do win.
You just literally just said whether or not you win or lose, you've just whacked them, as you say. But then you're saying, but you'll win. He's fucking off his trolley.
Sorry, go ahead. And so, Danny, how are you going to continue to travel in your...
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, but Danny, what the fuck, man? He's great at hosting a panel, ain't he?
Property
without... I'm not hot. They can't break me. They can throw me in jail. So what? I'm going to get out. I'm just going to file another lawsuit on them. And part of me showing them that paperwork, they lose qualified immunity because they were put on notice of the laws that they're breaking. So they can't say, oh, well, I didn't know, and try to claim ignorance of the law.
Yeah, good point, James Butler. Definitely.
So yeah, lawsuits are incoming. It's just going to get really expensive, but you know, I'm just using their money that they just gave me. So you know, all they can do is put me in a cell and put me in cuffs, but they're not going to break me. I'm not going to go and put a tag and get back in their jurisdiction. If they want to continue to stalk me and harass me, and you know, there's ways to get around it.
This is Danny's page, everybody. So get over there to egochecker.com. They're going to continue to target him. So I'd like my people to subscribe to keep up with him so that you can alert me if a video comes out and he's in jail and we got to do a fundraiser to get him out. You know, you're not alone in this. You know, I raise funds for people who go to jail. And so the next time you get hit with $2,000, you call me from that jail. You got my number. And, you know, we'll get you out because I'm not going to leave anybody in the dungeon if they haven't created a victim. Not when we have a platform and we can crowdsource the funds. So Ego Checker's not going to stop if you guys don't stop. So everybody subscribe to Ego Checker. I'm going to do the same thing for Paul Enslaved here in a second, and his new channel as well. So Paul, what's your final outro on this? What's your position? What you're seeing right now?
Again, I have to take it back to square one. This can't be some kind of hobby. This is a lifestyle, and this is a principle and ethic. You have to know who and what you are and what you're not. You have to hold true to your understanding, right? Belief requires a choice. Knowing does not. I know if you want to call me a man, as a man under USC, it's considered an animal as well. So they got everyone covered with all the lingo. You got to choose your words carefully. But as an honorable man, right, I know I'm who and what I need to be, and I know I'm doing what's true and what's right. That's the...
I know you think you're really, really fucking important, yeah? But people, as in human beings, are animals. Just throwing that in there, yeah?
Best peace that I could ever attain, even at the dungeon. My peace is my power. I used to have to go for being a fuck up from time to time. Now that hasn't been for years. The only time I see a box or I'm threatened is when I'm standing in what's true and what's right, upholding God's law and living the principles. So if you can make that a part of who and what you are and your beingness.
Oh my God, I'm so glad he's only got 21.9 thousand subscribers, which, yes, I know, it's a lot more than me. But fucking hell, man. He's not right in the head, is there? Channel ban, 90 days, go to youtube.com. Oh, so that's his new one. So that channel's been banned. Or it's probably banned from live streaming, I'm assuming. So he started the pimp unslated, because he's a pimp. Yeah, man.
And you're never going to feel like a failure. Even when they do harm to you and cause you loss and you have to sit somewhere, you know that you're right on what you're doing. So that's the value to me of that inner space stuff. That's what I work with most nowadays, is that inner space, because outward security is an illusion sometimes. If you can create an inner space of security and faith, you'll weather any storm.
Man, a word lyricist over here for sure.
Yeah,
and so
definitely.
you continue to travel as well when you do travel, correct, Paul? And you travel freely as a free man?
Right. Lately, I have folks who, because we had land changes and whatever else, the car that I was using stepped in. So I've been, riding with other people who have all the usual stuff. But yeah, when I'm, moving about and that car is on as it usually is, I mean, I've never had a license. I've never had any of the stuff. So it's not like I had it and gave it up. I've never had any of it. Because again, there's nothing to make me believe or understand. They'll say, let me help you understand. There's nothing you could do to help me understand how I can't move my property from here to there without your feelers coming into it. All right? And feelers, and they're not more important than facts. But
No, go ahead. I'll keep going. I'm going to see. They're code enforcers, right? They're just...
Shush. Really, Svendermunker? Huh. He said, I haven't watched it, but I saw in a live stream that he did yesterday, I think it was, that he's had to come back because he keeps saying, doesn't he, that he's going to shut his channel down for a bit. He's going to do it, but he has to come back to do something, probably to beg for more money. What a knob. How long's left on this? Fucking hell, man, there's still ages left. You can go over to YouTube if you want. We'll see.
simply code enforcers. They're not supposed to be killing us.
that's it. But again, the price of life, the value of life, and this is where I get into inner space, and they'll say, Paul, he's off on a self-righteous vegan. I'm not a vegan. But I tell you karmically, I don't do loss, injury, and harm. I eat plants and vegetables, mostly pizza, really. If you take a look at me, you'll know that. But I don't eat meat anymore because I don't want to be part of that process because I take this fucking walk so seriously.
Paul, love, yeah. Pizza has cheese on it? Yeah. Do you know where cheese comes from? Do you think he does? Do you think he knows where cheese comes from? You're being part of it, man. You're being part of it. Oh my God, you're part of the system.
That I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I don't want to be put in a warehouse and enslaved and genocided, so I don't do that to other beings, right? So to me, again, this is a spiritual walk first. This is a principled walk first. You learn the law.
See, I've done that. I've played copyright music before, and I've had my stream sort of stopped, and then as long as I stop the music, it starts up again. So I can still live stream again after. Maybe he's done it too much. I don't know.
God's law, and then legal process to some degree to move through this life as an honorable man and be above corruption. Because if not, they will get you, like the man said before, I guarantee, we talk about this on the channel, release paperwork. Wizard has brought it up before. They get you when you leave to sign release paperwork. Release means to take out another lease. So they pimped you again. Release. What would release be if you had a home or whatever?
Yeah, he's definitely gone full soft sit. 65. Or CJ. I'd normally call you CJ, don't I? I don't know why I called you that. Hi, by the way.
Per car, you were releasing
it.
Right. So you thought you were signing a paper to be let go and go free, and they just got you to be released back into contract with them for another term.
Oh my God.
That's where they get you to come to court.
Right, you know what? I weren't listening properly. I need to rewind it because I think he just gave another a wrong definition about something, didn't I? Sorry, I know it's a whole 30 seconds, but we'll live.
They will get you, like the man said before, I guarantee, we talk about this on the channel, release paperwork. Wizard has brought it up before. They get you when you leave to sign release paperwork. Release means to take out another lease. So
Oh my God. It's made me cough. These subtitles are so funny. Oh, so yeah, he does obviously subscribe to the whole understand thing as well, doesn't he? I don't stand under when they don't say, no, I comprehend. Release means you're signing another lease. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, dear me. She had people up on panel trolling him live. Really? Cool. That's wicked, son. Okay.
Release. What would release be?
Good chilly listening to it and laughing it up and like reiterating it. Oh, my days. This is cool. This is great.
If you had a home or whatever, a car, you were leasing it.
Releasing it.
Right. So you thought you were signing a paper to be let go free, and they just got you to be released back into contract with them for another term. That's where they get you to come to court, right? So every document they're putting in front of you, they're taking your God-given rights and your personal choice and beingness because you don't have knowledge of self. The words and terms, my people perish for lack of knowledge. If you knew yourself, go ahead.
Brian from Here's the Deal, he put out a video today that that somebody, one of his guys from, I think they're in Missouri, but this video, man, schools troopers during a traffic stop. Now, I've only got to about 23, 24 minutes into it. I didn't know if you guys wanted to stick around and listen to this or not, but this was something that was, I feel like it's a growing thing in America, and I want to know if other people are feeling the same thing because, now, like you were talking about release, now when you sign at the DMV, you're signing up for implied consent. That means that if you get pulled over in a checkpoint and you refuse to take their breath test, they can suspend your driver's license for simply saying, I'm not going to blow in a straw. And that's what's going on at the DMV right now, which I vehemently object to. It's disgusting. I'm not signing up where I have to give up my rights.
It is. It's absolutely disgusting that they try and keep drunk drivers and people on drugs even off the road, from behind the wheel. It's disgusting. Just Nazis, obviously.
To coppers, I've done a good job not calling them pigs. So, but I don't want to give up my rights to cops because I have the driver's license, and that I resent it. And then everything that I've been listening to on YouTube for the past few years starts to come down home. So, Danny, let's listen to this for a couple of seconds. And this is super.
He does, Rose. He has a valid license. Hi, by the way. I don't think I said hi to y'all. If I did, I've said hi twice now. Hello. Hi, my stranger. How you doing?
Super interesting. This is right along what you were dealing with. And everybody, this is on Brian's channel. Here's the deal. I'll drop the link in the description so you guys can listen to it.
Yeah, you can see my name. All right. Hey, the reason I feel any plate on your vehicle. No, I do have a plate on my vehicle. Right, well, a registered plate. No. Or a ballot, I'm sorry. No, there ain't no ballot. Did you have any evidence of the transportation or track? Where are you headed today, sir? Home. You live in the shop? Okay. No, I live out all right. You got some cattle or animals? Or? I got animals. Do you? Okay. I sure do. Look, let me tell you something. I understand what you guys are tasked to do. Yes, sir. But I also understand the government's been breaking the law with licensing law. Yes, sir. Okay? I've been studying it for years. I've been doing this for 20 years. Okay. I took $150K from the laptop and aggravated kidnapping me. Right. Under the color of law. I'm not going to hurt anybody. Right. I have $1 million state bond on this in case something happens to my financial liability. Okay. Do you have anything illegal on you or any weapons or anything? Nothing.
No, I can barely hear what he's saying anyways. I'm going to fast forward it. But what he did say is that he's been studying this for years. He knows that they have to do what they have to do, but that's what the government's told them to do. This license thing, it's just bollocks. He knows because he has been studying it for years. Yeah, there we go. That's the gist of it. Let's fast forward. Oh, too much. Sorry.
Watch it. His high impact flips just got deleted. So his whole channel, every video of Brian's from High Impact Flicks, 500,000 subscribers, was deleted. So I would absolutely love for people to go over to his channel. I put the link in the description already.
What happens on it? Oh, take care though. Like, thanks for nipping in, mate. I have no idea how it ended. What happened on it that made it, that makes all of you think it's fake and bogus and whatnot. And as you say, yeah, I mean, it's a bit suspicious that it's only audio there, isn't it? Straight away.
And make sure you watch it. Okay, I think I've got your video right here, Paul. Let's watch a little bit of the education of...
Yay, let's watch... Oh, you know what, though? He's going to have chosen a fucking video where maybe shit goes his fucking way or something. Whereas if I look at his channel, I'm probably going to find others.
Of Paul Unslaved here. And
when
he
video.
gets pulled over and he explains to the copper that he has a right to travel and breaks it down.
Let me just start my video, please. Video? Yeah, I'm just going to record this interaction.
Okay. I need your license.
What makes you believe that I need that to travel from point A to point B?
If you have no license on your license, sir.
Would you like to see my paperwork?
Yes, I will. That's what 2 seconds ago.
That's not what I have for you, sir.
Okay.
I have here the definitions from the Motor Vehicle Code. I have the Supreme Court decisions and everything you need here to understand that I don't need a license, registration, or any documentation to travel from point A to point B. It is a right that has been preserved by the Supreme Court and the law of the land.
He did say that, didn't he, Burns? He said Colombian coppers are so much better than US coppers, and everything over there is so much better than in America. But yeah, he never filmed them once, did he? Weird that, isn't that strange? How's it banned if it's on YouTube? Yeah. Damn good question, Surrender Monkey. This is the banned video YouTube didn't want you to see, but it's on YouTube. Oh shit, I just fucked that up again. Sorry.
Such because I'm not required to by law. It's been upheld. It's been upheld by the
Colorado. You are required to have a license and transfer.
It's federally been upheld.
Motor vehicle on state roads.
The definition is right there from the Motor Vehicle Code. Driving is defined as doing commerce on the roadway employed by somebody. I am not employed to do commerce on the roadway. I am traveling in my private property from point A to point B, which, as it says in there, is my right to do so, upheld many times in the Supreme Court.
No, it's not.
Sure, no problem.
It says not been upheld. Why does he lie? That's not true, is it? It's not been upheld many times in the Supreme Court. Like, many times, people haven't won the right to be able to drive unhindered without a license. That's not happened, has it? Please, beloved Americans, let me know. It hasn't, has it?
So if he complies with the first one to turn his car off, there'll be another compliance in a minute. So that's why he doesn't comply.
Exactly, Burns.
Did you notice also while we wait for the supervisor to come, because there's a pause here, that I create the energy as if to say, you're in a room with me now. I'm not in a room with you. I'm investigating you, and I'm going to hold you accountable, and I'm going to do it.
You can get done for being drunk whilst you're riding a bicycle. I know.
And a loving and forgiving. The officer's here, so I am recording. Yeah, we're going to see how this goes. Gave him my paperwork, and yeah. Yeah, so I don't even bring in the idea of you think I'm going to run, you think I'm going to hide, you think I'm going to fight. Oh no, we're getting this on record. I wanted this interaction. I knew when I did this, I was going to get some static and tests and challenges. Exactly what I need. Sir, there's no circuitous route here. I'm telling. So go ahead.
I'm going to ask you one more time for your license or registration.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Sir, there's no circuitous route here. I'm telling you.
Can you at least tell me your first and last name and date of birth?
I don't believe that I'm obligated to give you any of that information unless I'm in the commission of a crime. If I'm wrong, please produce the law for me. I'm entitled to see the law if that's the law. This is nothing personal. I have no issue with you. I'm simply trying to abide by the law of the land and by the Motor Vehicle Code and by all the rights given to me in this
I
country.
don't know what motor vehicle code you're following, but in the state of Colorado, you need to have a license, insurance, registration, operate a motor vehicle on state roads.
Okay, can I give you the definitions of that by Black's Law's Dictionary? Operating a motor vehicle.
Yeah, that's as far as over here. I think that's the way it is, Lucian. You have to, if you're on private property, yeah, you can have your 10-year-old kid driving if it's on private property, but on the road, you need a driving license. Or you need a provisional driving license so that you're learning. You need plates on L plates on the car, and you need to have a driver with a full driving license in the car with you.
A motor vehicle is defined
That's
in.
not the dictionary I follow, man.
Then you have a conflict of interest with the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court, which is the highest law of this land, follows Black's Law's Dictionary. So
I don't know what the 10th Amendment is. I'm British. I can only remember the first and the fourth and the fifth, I think. Oh no, I know the second one nowadays. I don't know.
I'm not interested in contracting with you or following anything that you follow. Like I said, even in the Motor Vehicle Code, which you guys are following as a corporation, the Supreme Court is beyond that. But let's just take the Motor Vehicle Code. The definition of my understanding of a motor vehicle is a vehicle that is doing commerce on the roadway. It even gives definitions in the code. It says tractor, trailer, bus, or a taxi, right? Taxi driver, bus driver, truck driver. I am not a driver because I'm not transporting or in the act of trafficking any goods or peoples.
Let me ask you a question. What were you doing right there? I called.
Does it? Oh, there you go, James. That's a damn good point then, isn't it? So, but they happily just ignore that one then, don't they? These activists, these fighters for your rights, and you know, the Constitution sticker-uppers, amendment fighting for the frauditors, basically. I got my words all jiggled up then, but there we go, yeah. So, I don't fucking know. Their own laws and they have their own constitution.
Accident. By operating the motor vehicle, would you consider yourself a driver?
No, absolutely not. A driver by definition.
Oh yeah, I know. They only ever use the second edition as well. They only use the second edition of Black's Law Dictionary. They never ever use any others. Weird, that, isn't it?
I understand there's a colloquialism that we don't understand here, or maybe they haven't told us or we don't understand, but the word driving by definition means you must be employed by somebody. So I was not driving. I was traveling in my private property from point A to point B, which, like I said, the Supreme Court has upheld many times. I have the right to do so. If I was, let's say, doing Uber or some form of hauling goods or services on the roadways, then yes, the government has a right to
Oh, you're boring the shit out of me, bruv.
express, not imply. This is my understanding of it. You know, I'm a man who does no harm.
Ooh, Paul is a superb communicator, smile, Kyle says. Yes, rather.
And that's how I live my life. I live my life by truth and doing no harm. The law of love. You know, I have no issues with you or anybody else, and I'm not in the doing anything wrong at this time. I've caused no loss, injury, or harm to anybody.
Do you see how he's being kind and
Oh, shut up.
There's many Supreme Court cases on file. That is the law we're supposed to follow in this country. We can have disagreements in local court, but these have already been decided upon. The Supreme Court will hear my case as well if you guys bring charges, because I will take you there.
You will be bringing charges.
Sir, again,
You're violating tax law in the state of Colorado.
the word violation in law means to cause loss, injury, or harm. It also means to sexually advance on someone when it's unwanted. I did not do any of this. So, you know, again, we have to get our words and terms in line with the definitions of what we all are agreeing on here is the English language. We cannot use words and not agree on the definition. I'm not making up my own definition. The state of Colorado is a whole other discussion.
Oh, full of shit.
I've done my research. I have a conviction in my heart. My mind and my logic aligns with that. Logic, morals, and ethics driving this vehicle.
well, you're operating the vehicle. The land, as far as government, is what we see as.
You have a belief system that you are adhering to.
Oh my
and it
God.
generate.
How long to go on for, man? All you had to do was hand your fucking license over and shit. Maybe you could have been on your... Well, yeah, you ain't got one, have you?
Currency in the club, but I'm still a man first, right? Like I'm
Called me over here so I can talk to you about this, because I'm also fascinated.
You know what, yeah? I ain't interested in seeing him talk his fucking way out of this with bullshit, and that's all they're going to show off. It is, isn't it? So I'm thinking of going on YouTube and having
common
a
sense.
look.
I've dealt with a lot of officers, and they'll tell me, listen, I don't even care what the truth is. And they'll tell me, you seem like a smart guy, just do as you're told. I didn't even do that with my own parents. You know, I'm not going to do that with anybody in this realm. I do what the truth leads me to another.
So now, Paul, you know,
Oh, it didn't even end. Right, wait there, full of shit. I need to know. I need to know. YouTube. Yeah, man. I don't mean I need to know where that goes. I need to know if he always gets away with shit. See if there's anything. Then again, would he even put a video up if he didn't get away with it? Passionate discussion 6 months ago. Fucking hell, how long's he not had... What? Oh God, man, he's ugly, isn't he? Channel ban, check description. None of this is real. Let's have a look. Harmful content. Vanquished for being inauthentic. What? Whose policy? Whose what? I don't know. Do any of these fucking see him get fucked over? Oh, wow, look. Chinny's been up his arse for ages. That's 7 months ago, that one is. But that's the banned video. Right to travel without license. Success. See, that makes me... Right, that gives me the impression that he isn't usually successful then, because, you know, he's titled, he's put that one in letters, red letters there. Success. Right to travel without license and insurance. But it's a banned video. Yet it's on YouTube still. Makes sense. Makes lots and lots of sense. This bloke's an idiot. Driver kicks in ears. Look at that. Work.
So once again, we had another public servant around here. I just want to commend Pagosa Springs Public Service, right? Because one of the bus drivers on the bus said that I had to wear a mask, right? And wouldn't bring me where I needed to go. So I called up Pagosa Springs, and a public servant came out and gave me a ride. And I just want to commend them. And then, yeah. Just to show people there that not every public servant in every town is looking to take rights and freedoms, right? A lot of them are looking to do what's true and what's right and to have a good relationship with, man, so that's the second public servant who's given me a ride since I've been in this town. The state police did not treat me so well.
Exactly.
But,
of course he is an anti-mascot. It goes hand in hand, doesn't it?
Yeah, Pagosa Springs PD has been respectful, cordial, courteous, and has gone out of their way to serve man and woman. And I would just like to say, because again, this channel, like they try to tell me, is not about downing public servants and making them look bad. We give them a platform to show who and what they are as individual men and women, right?
Yeah,
so
fucking idiot.
this officer said he would rather not have been on camera, so I respected that, right? I did not get him his likeness or his name and his information, but the point still stands, right? We're not here to tear anyone down. We're here to provide a platform for all men and
No,
women.
that'll do. Shush. No new subs and folks on sub during the best month ever. Seems legit. Whinges a lot, don't it? Much love and blessings to the canal. Get fucked. Idiot. What a dickhead. Channel ban 90 days. Go to YouTube. Blah, blah, blah. They ban you for 90 days. I just thought they'd have just banned you full stop. Well, what do I know? Oh, that was fun. Should I go back to watching that shit? Oh. Ah, it's not working. Yeah, it is.
Done it.
So
And I'm gonna, well, there's not long left on this. I'm going after this because I've decided that I'm now tired, so.
now, Paul, as you're going down it with this supervisor, he's pretty receptive to what you're saying. And where are you now emotionally as you're in this process with him? Because your freedom is right there, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty much, since the time that he radioed in and said, someone on the way, not cooperating, I'm pretty much in the mode of speaking from my heart and waiting for them to lock me up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, we're leaving it all in the field at this point because we know, it's sink or swim. So I'm so in the flow and speaking.
I really hope, that all three of these get tased sometime soon. And I hope that it's on video.
From my heart and trying to speak to his soul and his any sense of good nature and reason, and objective logic, and then just surrender the outcome, But of course, there's fear and trepidation, right? Anyone who tells you they never experienced fear, I don't think is being honest, right? Courage is defined as feeling fear and doing what's right.
That's
right. So a coward is someone who feels fear and abandons their principles. So I was just practicing that.
On this one, I don't want to give anything away here, but there's a pretty. This is why I'll let you guys watch.
Oh, I had
Is that what you think? So they're lying and know it. It gives them the documents off camera and they have to let him go. Yeah, that's probably it, actually. I never even thought of that, but yeah.
Yeah, so I had to have it edited because they took the original one down for false claims. Yeah, they were making false claims and took it down, so I had to edit it.
What false claims? Whoa, what false claims? What false claims couldn't they be making? That makes no sense. That literally makes no sense. It's your video of you in your... What? So why would they... Oh, is that the whole banned video thing? So he had to edit this bit out. It's full of shit, man.
Is it still up? Is it his word? Can we find the end of that real quick?
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's still there. It's just a couple words are going to be sort of redacted like they do because, everyone's got policy and they're, we're saying that...
I keep going further down here because
I started talking one world order and a whole bunch of stuff.
I don't comply with anything. That's all I'm asking you. You're personally asking me. I'm personally, it's like Daniel, your idea of what I'm not going to do that with a lot of. Okay, so I want to get to where expression on all these things. Yeah, because if I provide you with an understanding that, leads you to a deeper understanding on your end of what I'm out here doing, and I'm not causing any loss or harm, then they cooperative with me, and that's why they called me over here and so I could talk to you about this, because I'm also fascinated by all this stuff too. And that's a good thing, man. It's great to see. Well, I believe myself on it. But that's the thing. You say it like it's common sense. I've dealt with a lot of officers, and they'll tell me, listen, I don't even care what the truth is, and they'll tell me, you seem like a smart guy. Just do as you're told. I didn't even do that with my own parents. I'm not going to do that with anybody in this realm. I do what the truth leads me to another. So this is where, and I'm just going to lightly fast forward here to where we get now. Giving out bad faith health advice. It is. Well, yeah, I would love to have coffee with you. I'm sure you would. Because I know where a lot of you guys stand. A lot of this shit's bullshit. Here's the thing, sir. So what I told my officer is, obviously you have your idea of what you're going to do and what you're what you're focused on and stuff. And I said, well, if he's not going to identify himself, then, we're not going to issue him a summons or anything else like that. He's been more than cordial with us stuff. I asked him to get the VIN at least off the vehicle so we could document the VIN on the vehicle. And that's all I asked him to do. But you have the VIN covered up. So that's why he was looking for the VIN. And that's all I was telling him to do. And he was just going to cut you out of here and get you out of here. Okay. That's what he wanted to do. And if you're good with it, that's what I'd like him to do, is just grab the VIN so we can get you out of here and get you on your way. And if you'd like my business card, I'll give you my business card. More than happy to do
Now, am I obligated to do that?
No, I'm asking you. That's all I'm asking you.
You're personally asking me.
I'm personally saying, if you're good with it, if you do the VIN and get my officer out of here, I appreciate it.
Okay, well, what's the reason for that? Just to make sure it's not a stolen vehicle.
That's all I want to do. And I don't believe, like I told you, you're being more than cooperative. You pulled over, which is not common, and the fact that it's not punched or anything else like that. And I understand what you're
Now, typically, I just stick with, I don't comply with anything.
No, don't go to jail.
I'm obligated to. Because as a man, you're asking me to do you.
No, don't go to jail, because remember what Chili says. If you go to jail, if you get arrested and get put in them torture cuffs, that will be the worst day of your life. Don't go to jail. Oh no, scary in jail.
Favor to make sure this vehicle's not stolen, I will do so. However, as a man, if something comes to that after what you just told me, because you are going to cut me loose, you're not going to give me any summons.
I'm not going to pull you out of the car. I'm not going to take you to Jefferson County Jail. I'm not going to do anything.
You're not going to give me any tickets or any summons.
No, we're not. We're just going to grab it in.
Okay.
If you're good with that,
That's fine.
are you okay with my card? I would do that.
Sure.
All right, I appreciate it.
And if you ever want to get together on personal time and have a conversation, I'm more than open and willing to do that. As a matter of fact, I look at it as a duty and a responsibility as an American to educate or to help, not even educate, I don't want to bring it to an ego thing, but to bring more understanding together to who and what we are doing here. What our shared role in being Americans is.
Is it the concept for the about? Is it all fall under anything like British law or anything else like that?
That's part of,
British law.
again, this stuff gets very circuitous, and there's a lot of little things that little rabbit trails you have to go down. But part of this whole thing, right, stems from the birth certificate, where when there was, and we're going to go through this again, they're calling it the Great Reset now.
So
What was he saying on there, apart from telling everybody that he was going to sue them, Surrender Monkey? Like, what did he think going on there was going to achieve?
yeah, of course, because if you say the wrong thing now on YouTube, they'll just delete you. You're not allowed to go against the narrative, even though the Chinese censors are watching us now. They're paying very close attention. If the rats get enough momentum,
We had a Great Depression. They came in with a system, birth certificate, social security number, where the government promised everybody benefits and privileges in exchange for their rights, and all they had to do was be given a number and a secondary name.
What about the vaccine? Totally against it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, can't say anything. You're not allowed to say anything. Don't say anything. Because if you say anything, they're listening. They're listeing. They're listening.
The spy balloons.
What about, so,
Oh my
when you,
God.
obviously, you go shopping and stuff to get stuff and everything. And do they confront you when you don't wear your mask or anything? Do they confront you when you don't wear your
Yes,
mask?
they do.
So,
But
is it all cool though? You go in and
I converse with them the same way that I talk to you. I try to be loving, I try to be compassionate, I try to be faithful, and I try to deliver them a message that touches their spirit, so that they can open their mind and heart to the truth that we're all supposed to be experiencing here.
What's he plan on suing them for? Well, the same thing that he's suing other people for, I suppose. You said nasty things, you hurt my feelings, I'm suing. That's basically the gist of it, ain't it?
Yeah, that's fascinating stuff. Okay, well, I appreciate you talking to me about it and stuff like that.
I appreciate you having a care in your heart, man. There's not many people nowadays who care for anything, let alone truth and what's right.
It's a crazy world right now,
Absolutely.
as you know.
Absolutely. And
He should sue me for revealing what his voice really sounds like.
that's why we need to do our due diligence, and we need to be vigilant as far as serving truth. Because we can serve our belief systems, our egos, our careers, all this nonsense. If we don't serve the one truth, we're all going to lose it all soon, sir. We're going to lose our economy, our currency, which is a fiat currency backed by no gold and silver. It's losing its value day by day. They're moving over to electronic currency. There's a reason for all this stuff. This is not conspiracy theory. This is big corporations, big business, certain big banking, central banking, cartels.
Bitcoin, demo.
Bro, it's all connected. You see the internet censorship now. You see the left-right division in the politics. You got Black Lives Matter. You got supposed right-wing racists. It's all divide and conquer, man. They've been doing it since back to Rome. These are intergenerational banking families. Let me give you one more thing. You go look it up. Bridget de Avignon. She was 12 years old. She went down in Guinness Book of World Records, the first historian to find out that all the presidents except for one are blood related back to one king. Okay?
What?
A king of
I weren't listening then, I was listening and thinking about something completely different. I need to stop making his fucking shit faster. He's I don't know, crazy, but I don't know, crazy can be entertaining sometimes. Yeah. Probably too far, sorry.
banking, central banking, cartels.
Bitcoin, demo.
Bro, it's all connected. You see the internet censorship now. You see the left-right division in the politics. You got Black Lives Matter. You got supposed right-wing racists. It's all divide and conquer, man. They've been doing it since back to Rome. They're intergenerational banking families. Let me give you one more thing. Go look it up. Bridget D'Avignon. She was 12 years old. She went down in Guinness Book of World Records, the first historian to find out that all the presidents except for one are blood related back to one king. Okay.
Is that why she got in the Guinness Book of Records? I didn't even understand the name that you said. Did you? Any of you? Please Google it and see what it actually says, because I'd be really grateful. I need to know.
A king of France. All the presidents except for one, and this is all verified by mainstream media.
What is it, Bridget?
It's all verified by mainstream media. How come we haven't all heard that then? All presidents are descendant of one king. Yeah, that's impressive. That's actually quite impressive. Wonder what his theories are about British monarchy. That could be interesting.
And D'Avignon, and then you can search up.
I feel you, Lemon Tart. Adulting is exhausting.
12-year-old.
We never signed up for this shit either, by the way. They never told us what adulting actually entailed when we were kids. We had no idea. Couldn't wait to grow up. Couldn't wait to be an adult. Completely got conned.
Presidents related as keywords, and it will pop up on YouTube. Might be kind of hard to find now, but it should still be up there. I gave it to someone last week. She proved, she went through all the genealogy and proved.
Well, apparently, James, yeah, mainstream media lies, but it does tell the truth when it's something that you want to agree with. Then it's true.
Proved that all of our presidents, except for Martin Van Buren, are linked to one king. So you explain to me how we're out here voting and we have a right to vote and we're
Good night, Nicholas. Thanks for being here, mate.
choosing. How could they all be related to one king?
Do you believe in email and stuff, or no? You don't do it?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Yeah. Would you be willing to email me stuff?
Sure.
Can I put my email on it?
Absolutely. Cool.
And the cards they gave you?
Oh, yeah.
What a cool cop. I mean, really.
And see, this is what we're out here doing, and I'm not.
It's right there, actually. Never mind.
This is.
Was Charlemagne a Rothschild? That just it is some crazy shit. This, isn't it? It makes me. Well, I used to take the piss out of anti-vaxxers and anti-maskers and that a lot on Twitter. I got banned from there for calling one. What did I call him? I might have called him a cunt. But anyway, yeah, and I can't remember why I said it. I said it to my husband recently. I said, you know what? I kind of miss it a bit because they're crazy. It's a whole new level of crazy, and it can be funny. It unfortunately can be dangerous, but sometimes it can be fucking hilarious that there's people out there that are that crazy. I disagree. My parents told me to be an adult, I would have to sign up. You got conned as well, Colin.
A good officer, and I want to put this officer on camera. This is Ricky Valdez. They just pulled me over.
Shit, I missed it. I didn't even look at his face. Sorry.
No license, no place, no nothing, but that's fine because you don't need that to travel from point A to point B. And this man was willing to listen to me and understand what I was saying, and he could tell that I'm not up to no good out here. You know, and this is what the human experience is supposed to be like.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
You have a good day, my friend. You take care of yourself.
I appreciate you, Mr. Valdez.
You just be safe, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Rock. That's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it right there. Now.
Yeah, that is how you sound. Absolutely crazy. They probably really just didn't want to deal with the whole having to, call the blokes in white coats and get you taken away and all this, that, and the other. It was going to be a lot of paperwork, let's be honest.
I hope all you motherfuckers. I can't get this window up now. I'm all nervous and shit. But I hope all you motherfuckers are watching.
Yes, I do remember that. And, well, yeah, that's definitely going to happen, though, delete the laws. Any day now. Any day now. We're all going to drop dead because of 5G.
I hope you're all watching, okay? All you people who told me that go ahead and try that shit with the police and see what they do. Well, I just tried it. No license, no registration, no insurance, no nothing, okay? They told me many times that the first guy, we're going to arrest you, we're going to do whatever. No, whatever. Stick to it. Stick to your fucking truth. Supervisor came, he said, we're not doing anything. We're not going to summon you. We're not doing anything. You seem to know what you're talking about, okay?
No, he
Then
didn't.
he asked me as a man, can I see your VIN? Because I have it covered up. As a favor, can I see it? I normally don't do it. I said, you know what? You can read my VIN to make sure that my car is not stolen. Okay, but I didn't even need to do that. He said, you're not even obligated to do that. But as a man, he gave me his word, and I showed it to him. So here we are. The cops are going to let me go right here on Colfax in Colorado. No license, no registration, no insurance, no nothing. Because I don't need any of that to travel from point A to point B. The Supreme Court has ruled on it. So now I'm going to post this video. And I hope everybody enjoyed it. And I'm feeling good about myself right now.
Bang!
You
got it, Paul.
Amazing.
You got it, bro.
Wow,
So
we're so
it's great that I
educated.
still have Danny from Ego Checker channel. We're going to keep up with Danny because congratulations on that, Paul. Danny, was your experience anything like Paul's?
Oh no, not that one. I did have a sheriff, Brazos County Sheriff, pull me over. No, I didn't give him anything. And I gave him case law, and we actually had a conversation. And he said, "Go on your way." He done the same thing. That he asked me for my VIN number, and I was like, "Well, you gonna write me tickets or anything?" And he said, "No." And I was like, "As a man, I'll go ahead and let you run my VIN if you're not going to do all this stuff." And he did run my VIN and come back clean, and he stood up on his word. So
Okay, so you have been set. You haven't had to go to the dungeon.
not that time, no, but every other time, yes.
And how many times have you been arrested and gone to the dungeon?
3 times for that.
3 times for simply traveling.
For simply traveling, no victim, no crime.
And Paul, how many times have you gone to the dungeon?
I thought that, Surrender. I thought that you're trying to be the tallest on screen.
At least 2. I tend to lose count because there's different things going on. There was a whole thing with the last 3.
Oh my God, Paul, really? Really? You've been arrested and you've been, like, taken to jail? I am shocked. Why would that have happened? You mean your script didn't work? Wow. Wow.
years. I won't get into it, but 2-3 times for the traveling situation.
I've been arrested
Exactly, James, exactly. 1-time success, loads of fails.
in Alaska, Oregon, California, Arizona, Texas.
Is it a competition?
So it's like,
Yay, Chili
just
wins.
depends on. I got arrested one time for not having my driver's license on me in Texas. Took me to jail, impounded my car. Because I didn't have it on me. That was the whole crime. I had my driver's license on me. So he arrested me on a Friday night, took me to jail for that. So, all right, anyway. Danny, we're going to keep up with you. Make sure everybody keeps up with the Ego Checker. That's his channel. Paul Unslaved, I did not...
Absolutely, Colin, I agree. He's very jealous of Paul's lips. He likes them. And you know what? I wasn't going to do this, but it's only quick and short, so we'll watch this. Watch how intense this video is, apparently.
Yes. I don't see how you can do it. How you can put torture cuffs on people. They hurt so bad every single time. Every time you put torture cuffs on somebody, I don't care how lightly you put them on, they hurt badly. And then they bring you down to Clark County and you sit in the torture cuffs for hours. And it hurts badly. And every time you take someone to the dungeon, it's the worst day of
It hurts badly. This is intense, he's right.
worst day of their life.
It's so intense and it hurts
How you're a
badly.
good person still. I just want to know. Super good.
But that's not what your video, right? Your clickbait fucking thumbnail thing says, DLZ versus cop, or intense something or another, and viral, and where? It says all that. You're a liar. That's his thing now, isn't it? Calling all female police officers pigtails. He's so clever. He's so clever. Hi, Janice. Hello. There's a key, pin a fucking key. How quiet he's being and timid. He definitely did learn a lesson, didn't he, from getting nicked? It's all funny. Hi, Miss Manda. It does seem creepy stalkerish, don't it? Like how quiet he's being and stuff, and just fucking, whoa, what a weirdo. Oh, motherfucker. Yeah, exactly, James. That's what I'm getting at. I've said it before as well. That he reckons it ain't changed him. Getting nicked didn't change him at all. It fucking did. It's made him well scared of Las Vegas police. He knows that they won't tolerate his bullshit. It's well intense, ain't it? I get what you're saying, Lemon Tart.
Did you drop something? Did you drop something? I thought you looked like you had a light on. You were looking for something. No? The printer. It prints off the ticket for you right there in the car?
Yes, sir.
I know, it's terrible. Such a tyrant. Exactly, surrender monkey, that's exactly what he does. That's his fucking job though, isn't it, basically? Injecting into other people's business.
I see that. It's quite a long receipt there.
He got a sticker. Oh my god, it's so intense. Everything's just going to blow up any second. Oh, I can't take it anymore. It's just too much. And that cop is being a complete tyrant. Look how terrified that driver looks. Oh my god. Hi, Christine. I completely agree, Dana. It definitely needs a good tasing. Or tasering. Whichever way is the right way to say, I don't know. Sorry, it turns out I turned it down by accident. I apologise. We must have missed all the intenseness just then, you know.
You done? Hey man, what are you pulling over for?
See, that's exactly what he did, yeah? He did exactly the same after he got out of, when he got arrested, yeah? A day or two later, there was them two lads in a car, and he stood right back and waited and waited and waited like a patient little good boy, yeah? Before the stop was done, then confirmed that the stop was done, and then went running over there, like literally ran. He's just done exactly the same here. But he had the audacity to say being arrested didn't change him. It fucking did. It did change your behaviour. It fucking taught you a lesson. Something, by the way, that most of us never thought would happen, that you'd ever learn a lesson. But fucking hell, here you are. You've learned. You fucking pusser.
Curious. What are you pulling over for?
Your business.
The red light? Okay. You ran through the red light?
It's like 1 second after.
1 second after?
Maybe like
Maybe 2 seconds?
0.1.
Okay. 0.1?
Yeah.
Sucks. Fight it. Make sure you fight the ticket. Hey man, what's your name and badge number, just so people know who you are?
I'm Sergeant James LaRosa, badge number 13448.
Nice to meet you, Sergeant James LaRosa. How you doing, sir?
Good.
So like, you know, the thing is there's such a divide between police and citizens now. You know, it's like there's people like myself who do this now, and it's like
First Amendment audits.
I'm a cop watcher. I do First Amendment audits too.
Okay.
More police stations though. I'm not going for poster board number 7. but like, you know, it's like the resources. Where you guys put your resources is what I want to know. You know, you put your resources toward giving people tickets for running a stoplight. You know, it's like.
So the reason that I would write a citation for a violation is generally accident-causing violations, something that's putting the public as a whole at risk. So when you run a stoplight, someone could be entering the intersection to walk because they have the green hand or the green walk symbol. So a citizen might start entering the crosswalk.
from where I was on my body camera video, I was recording at the time, I had the green light to go. And so I couldn't enter the intersection because he accelerated and was in the intersection. Right. I entered the intersection after my light was already green. So, and it's all on video. And so I risked to cause an accident. Got it. And by writing a citation, it kind of hopefully curbs that behavior so we prevent anyone else from getting hurt. That's only.
See, it's all so simple, ain't it? I mean, I personally understood all of that. Already knew all of that as well, because a lot of it is just common sense as to why certain stops take place and whatnot. But no, for Chilean is like, they're just fucking bleh. No, Nazis, tyrants, there.
Purpose. All right. At the same time, though, I look at you, right? I don't downgrade you as a human being. You have a lot of skills. You're super actually talented.
You don't know him. How the fuck do you know?
You're a miracle from, birth. So
Oh my God.
your time and the police's time should be spent investigating the true victims of crime. If that guy had hit somebody and hurt them, absolutely, he should be investigated.
Yeah, so somebody has to get hit and hurt first, then you should absolutely do something. But he didn't hit anybody, so fair enough. He could have hit somebody the next red light he went through. But what did he say before? Did he say that the world could turn to cream cheese or something? He said something weird like that when he was when this kind of thing was brought up to him before. But when you say, but what if that person went through a red light again and killed somebody? Yeah, but what if the world turned upside down and we all fell off? Because it's flat and that. It just, what the fuck? Why is he so stupid? Why? Is there a reason? Is there an actual reason? Why is he so stupid?
Charged and all that stuff. But otherwise, you guys are nickel and diming us to the point where it's like, if my car gets stolen, you don't come out because there's no revenue generating for the police station. So they'll come down to the police station to make your police report, but you don't come out for my car. But I can see you guys everywhere, parked everywhere, giving everybody tickets. So, I mean, the entire shift of focus. Look, you're capable dude, man. I mean, it's capable human being. You're capable. You're capable. You're smart.
Oh my
You're not
God.
dumb, right? You're capable, dude. You got through all the testing of this nonsense, and you can do a lot of things. I think you should be investigating the victims of crimes. That's what I'd like to see the dollars allocated towards. I understand your point of view. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people feel that citations are just revenue generating. Yeah, that's how I feel. I get your point of view. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. As a matter of fact, people here will put a 1 in the chat if you think 100% revenue generating. And they will. There'll be thousands of 1s in the chat.
There'll be thousands of ones in the chat. Excuse me? Well, anybody that saw this live, was there thousands of people watching this at the time? Was that a joke, assuming the earth isn't flat? I can prove that the earth is mostly flat. You know what, Colin? Yeah, I believe y'all. But I do agree that Australia isn't real. So, does that make me a bit better? Anyway, yeah, so how many people were watching this at the time? Were thousands of people watching it? Was there thousands of ones in the chat? Why do they always lie about that? All of them, by the way, all of these kind of people always lie about that shit. There's thousands of people watching you right now. There's hundreds of people watching you right now, and you go there and there's maybe 2.
I mean, it's like, I get what you're saying, sir. And we do try to balance, especially like on patrol, to concentrate more on preventing violent crimes, not necessarily writing citations. Yeah. And we also have an entire investigative bureau that concentrates solely on investigating. It's cops for cops. The net cam, right? So the net cam now, you can see everything, right? There's no more like, you can see everything. Everything you can see will be filmed on that, right? Everything you can see. If you walk up to me right now and you say a complete perspective of what I see, of course, because where it's positioned. Right. But it does give a good angle. A better angle. The body cam videos on the internet, so you kind of they're so terrible. You can't see anything. You can't see anything. Especially at night. Especially when there's a shooting. your hands go in front and you cover the body cam, but I'm trying.
Yeah, Christine, I don't actually watch them, I find them on YouTube, I get the link, I download it, and then I watch it on my channel. So, I do try and actively avoid ever giving him a view. Sometimes I've given him views when he's been live at the same time as me and we've gone over onto his channel, but most of the time I do it like this. Depriving him of as many views as possible, and it's good fun.
I'm trying to get coppers to move to a digital detainment. Because I'm definitely an ornery SOB. But I'm for law and order. So if you have to arrest me, which is ridiculous, but if you had to, I'm for like a digital detainment. I'm for like moving to that, where you don't have to go hands-on. You can just go, hey, dude, you hit a car, drove away, it's an arrestable offense, what, right? Because I didn't even know I hit the car, whatever, it happens. Stupid shit happens. So you come up and you're like, look, you look at me, hey, are you gonna let me do what I gotta do? Yeah, I will. Just don't be grabbing me, man, you know? And I can just get in the car. I can just get in the car with you. If you have to take me away, you know? But
Maybe that's going to be the future, right?
we're there. Are you down for it?
Ideas. I can't say that without seeing it applied. I would have to see it like demonstrated and applied, like in real life.
You see what I'm saying?
See it with the public would have to be on board.
Copper, dear Copper, you seem lovely. I guarantee you, yeah, if you knew his whole plan for the whole digital detainment thing, you would laugh and you'd think it's absolutely ridiculous and you'd completely dismiss it because it's stupid.
And would have to just comply with law enforcement.
Take a domestic. Say a guy beats his wife, and he does it. See, go there, she's got a bloody nose, he hit her, right? It's real. But I'm not mad at you. If you say, hey, bro, you hit your wife, you know you gotta go to jail, right? And I'm like, yeah. I'm willing to leave. I'm not mad at you. I already told her twice. I'm just joking. It's, when I tell a girl too like that. I know. I know, I'm just joking. I'm totally joking. Believe me, Nana, I'm an empath, so if I see anybody get hurt or be touched, it just makes my blood boil. This is what I film you. I film you guys so that like you're composed. You're composed now in front of me. But there's so many
That's actually cool, Colin, if you did do that.
cops who like
But how did you go to Australia? It's not real.
I walked up on you, bro, and the reason why I've been totally nice to you, like I've been so nice to you, man, is because you didn't freak out on me for filming you. And so I was like, you know what? At least he understands I have a right to stand here and film.
Yeah, you're a public space. You're
Right. So that's why I was like, yeah. That's why I don't really like the whole institution that you're a part of, but it's like I can't be mean to people who are not mean to me first or try to infringe on my rights. If you don't try to infringe on my rights, I'm super nice.
I think compassionate law enforcement is super important.
Well, you didn't freak out on me.
Just like the citizen here, he was issued a citation, but there's like 4 others I could have issued.
Right.
And to me, again, it's not revenue generating. And so that's why I issued the one that could cause the accident.
You been a copper?
15 years, sir.
15 years. So you're 40?
I don't want to give you.
I mean, you're
That was funny. It looked like the cop had to think about it. I get it. Once you hit like your late 30s and stuff, it becomes hard to remember how old you are.
a Marine before I was a police.
okay. So you're about 42, 40, somewhere in there. About a little my age. You're in my generation for sure.
For
I got
yeah.
no ill will towards you, man. I want to change all of policing. I want every bit of it changed from top to bottom.
Exactly, Surrender Monker, who says he is walking proof that digital detainment is retarded. He has 2 active warrants out. Exactly.
I fired on it to the point now there has been harassing situations.
Yeah.
De-escalation.
So it was more violent before there was this many cameras.
I would say it's not necessarily cameras, but I would say when I hired on when I started policing nationwide, in 2008 is when I hired, there was more mistake attack shootings, which means people were being shot that were unarmed.
Yeah.
There was less de-escalation where we tried to slow down the momentum in order to gather resources and to establish better dialogue with people. It was more heavy-handed. And I understand, nationwide, we're still seeing that.
Yeah.
It's still something that needs to grow. But every police department is not trained the same. It's not a federal police department. We're all on the same level. We all operate based on Supreme Court.
Oh, you just point a camera at them, delete the loads, and it's just, that's it. They'll stop. That's all you have to do. All you have to do is point a camera. Whoever's breaking the law, point a camera at them, jobs are good enough.
Case law, and then whatever our state laws are, and then our different circuits.
Shit, I forgot this is supposed to be intense. I even retarded it. Look, intense. Ooh. I forgot. Shit, everybody make sure you find it intense again, because I forgot.
And that varies from state to state and circuit to circuit. So on the East Coast, they might be able to...
Colin, don't that start taking a long time? That reminds me of my age, when you have to put your birth year in, and you have to keep scrolling. I remember when that only took one little scroll, but no, not anymore.
Tase someone for certain actions that here on the West Coast we can't.
Right.
So it's just...
Well, weren't you under a federal decree from 2012?
Metro?
Yeah.
I don't think it was a federal decree. I do think I do know the Department of Justice came to review what was happening, and the sheriff at the time
Made an
ahead of all that.
He made an agreement with them.
Correct. Like, hey,
they recommended, let's say, 100 things, and they're like, okay, we're going to try to meet all 100 of these items.
I read the PDF yesterday.
And I think it came from a review journal news story.
I read it yesterday.
What the fuck? What?
But then the second thing is you guys are still 100%, 100%, you've never made an error killing anybody. LVMPD has never prosecuted a cop for wrongfully shooting anybody in the history of LVMPD. You guys have you're flawless. You think that's true?
Do I think it's true?
That you guys are flawless? No one ever?
Is flawless.
Right, so then that could be a positive emphasis. When you review some of those shootings from the past, I don't think that if you took those same circumstances and applied them today, that the discipline or the accountability would be the same. I think some of those people or some of those incidences, if you applied them today, would result in a different sort of discipline or a different sort of outcome than it did in the past. And I think that overall just makes us a better organization.
How many cops this year have been fired?
I don't have that information, but you can consult.
How many have been fired in the last couple of years?
I
Why
don't.
would you know
Do you know
that?
anybody's been fired for personally?
Yeah, do you know anybody?
I've seen news articles.
Have you heard of any cops being?
Because look, the thing is that I give you all the respect in the world. I'm the same caliber of man you are, right?
It's disgusting, isn't it, Sharon?
We're equals, okay? That's a
Yeah.
minimum.
No, you ain't. You definitely ain't equal at all. No, not one little bit. No.
You know, maybe not education-wise, but we're equals for sure. Your life's as important as mine, and my life's as important as yours, right? And we both matter, and we're both important people in our respects, right? So, with that being said, I don't know how good men can stay in this occupation. I don't understand it.
That's because
I'm
you're not a good.
man.
That's because you're not a good man. Did he actually just say that he's a good man? Has he just said that as I was talking and pausing it? You're not a good man, so that's why you don't understand. You can't understand because you're not an empath, by the way, at all. You have no empathy at all. You're basically a psycho. So just no.
Like, say what you want about me. People judge me. I'm really harsh to cops if they try to step on my rights. I sue lots of them. But I don't see how you can do it. How you can put torture cuffs on people. They hurt so bad every single time.
No, they don't.
Every time you
No,
put
they
torture
don't.
cuffs on somebody, I don't care how lightly you put them on, they hurt.
Oh, I saw some of this the other night, didn't I? So, did I see some of his live stream the other night? I can't even remember that properly, you know. But yeah, that, and he was saying about every time they put torture cuffs on them, it hurts. I mean, that's just blatantly not true. I've been in handcuffs loads of times for fun and not. You know what I mean? They don't know, just know.
Badly. And then they bring you down to Clark County and you sit in the torture cuffs for hours. And it hurts badly. And every time you take someone to the dungeon, it's the worst day of their life.
No.
It's literally, you're giving someone the worst day.
Yeah, I remember, and we had this discussion about so many worst nights, days of our lives that we've had. Much worse than being handcuffed and being arrested.
Of their life. So tell me how you're a good person still. I just want to know. I don't want to sit there and classify myself as a good person, but the reason I do this job is because I honestly do feel that I make a difference, and it's not necessarily through enforcement or through arrest, but it makes a difference when, let's say, recently we had a mom at home calling 911 because someone was trying to get into her house, and it ended up that he was like high on drugs, not really in the right state of mind, and he's trying to get in.
Yeah, but he hadn't hurt anybody though, Mr. Police Officer. He hadn't hurt anybody yet, so you shouldn't have done anything to him. That's his way of thinking, isn't it? That's Chili's way of thinking. I'm right, and I. So that person who was high on drugs and who was trying to break into that poor mother's house, yeah, and she's in there, the kids and whatnot, he hadn't actually got in there and hurt anybody yet, so she shouldn't have really phoned 911 until her or the kids had been hurt. I'm assuming that's what Chili should now say, isn't it?
To their house, and she's upstairs barricaded, her bedroom scared. Right. And for me to be able to get there within 1-2 minutes, right, get that subject into custody. And you got there in time? For sure. You got there in time? Yeah, and that's what. Lots of cops say they want to help people. Lots of cops will say on camera they join to help people. 100%. How many people do you help each week compared to how many people you arrest? Way more. With the amount of citizens contacts that we have, millions a year here in this agency, the chance of use of force situation happening is way under 1%. the amount of people that are being arrested just from these contacts, there's way more warnings given than citations or arrests being made. And and even when arrests are made, I think the criminal justice due process is there where people aren't sitting in jail for very long. They're given ORs, and the DA isn't taking necessarily all these either. The due process is there.
How many bad cops have you turned in?
Yes. Well, I'm a supervisor,
Right.
so I oversee.
Have you demoted anybody? Have you punished anybody?
I can't get too personal.
Right. Because look, at the end of the day, I really don't hate you as a person.
No, it's alright, Swendo. I'm going soon anyways. I'm going when this is done.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. I just look at you, I can't. I'm a God. I believe in God. I love people. I care about people. I'm a big, that's why the joke about domestic, it's ha-ha, but it's not funny, right? So it's like, I feel you. So I don't know how you put people in cuffs, though. I don't know how you put them in the back of that car. I don't know how you do that to another person. And I don't know how we change it. And every time I talk to one of you, and dude, I'll be honest, this is a great conversation because I'm being honest and you're being honest. And it's so hard to get you guys to sit down and be honest with us. I mean, why do you think a good person like me is standing there? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason why I'm filming you.
I'm not a good person.
And I'm not a felon or a recovering drug addict. I don't walk around with a hate streak inside of
That's just a yes to all of them.
me. Like, oh, I hate people. I'm not angry, you know? So,
There is not enough alcohol in the world, CJ, at all. None. No, not happening ever.
Especially with our jail, it's a detention center, right? So it's detention where behavior happened and you're being held accountable. Law enforcement is there to enforce the laws that the legislative body, which is citizens,
jails don't work.
Elected,
Jails make it worse. Jails make it worse for you.
and then we enforce those laws. And some people have to go there. Let's say rapists.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. Those people have to live in a box. But what I'm saying is you guys take so many people to jail. When I was in jail 2 weeks ago, I just sued you guys for $5 million.
You didn't go.
So
You lie. You didn't go to jail. He didn't even get locked up in fucking jail. What's he lying for? Well, I'm even surprised. What the fuck?
and I'll sue you guys again if you arrest me for filming you. You better make a bulletin. I will film you. I will walk right up and film you. I have every right to do it. And if you will arrest me, I will continue to sue you guys again and again and again. I'm going to change this system. Jails don't work. You arrest someone for something small, and they come back.
No, he's been fucking praising God for a while now, Janice. It's just anything to suit his viewers, his cultists. They love God and God-given rights and whatnot, so he has to now as well.
And they're worse. They're worse for you, man. And I don't want someone to shoot you, dude. As much as I loathe police, I don't want you to get shot or hurt. You're a person. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. You have family and friends who love you. Even if we are definitely versus each other. Do you know what I mean? Reality.
Yeah, he's been black and he's been Jewish and he's been brown. He's been Catholic. He's been a choir boy and he's been an atheist and he got high and believed in God.
If someone started shooting over this direction, I'm going to get in front of you and I'm going to protect you.
Would you?
Absolutely, sir. You know that. I'm not going to body armor. I'm going to take those rounds if I have to. I'm not going to let anything bad happen.
They didn't say that in Uvalde, though.
When you call 911, I'm coming as fast as I can to get there to help.
Why can't we start talking about a more
We honestly can't find anybody to claim him. Seriously, nobody claims him. No, his own mother doesn't claim him.
humane way to take people away if they have to be taken away?
This is dialogue for sure, and that's something that if you came up with a plan, and
You have to be the executive. You have to
know that our executive staff would listen to you.
You have to be the executive. There's an executive who's in charge, and that person makes the decision. It always comes down to executive power. So,
Our governor was the sheriff.
was an ex-cop.
So if you submit valid ideas to him, I know that he would listen.
Dude, you guys don't listen at all. You're the most personable, best conversation I've had with a cop in 2 years.
You had a pretty good conversation with the arresting officer a couple of weeks ago. You know, when you was begging him to let you go when you were sat in the back of his car. All right, Lemon Tart, I'm going to sue himself anyway. Take care, love.
I'm not kidding. Everybody who watches my channel called Delete Laws, you'll be on it, okay? Everybody who watches my channel will say, this was the most...
That's my question all the time, Delete the Laws. That's literally my question all the time. What about me? I'm an atheist. Where's my... What rights do I have then? Because I don't believe in God-given rights.
honest
honest conversation that has ever been had on my channel anyway. You know, because I don't like cops. I don't respect anything you guys do.
Oh, that's what it is. It's because the video of him licking the arse of the arresting officer the other week isn't on his channel. He's still not acknowledged that, has he? Still not acknowledged that body cam footage. He's still just going to pretend that it's not that out there, that we haven't seen it. It is intense. And James, I honestly keep forgetting that it's supposed to be intense. It's intense, everybody. Remember, you are all, you know, intensed, aren't you? Hi, Articulo. How you doing, mate?
And so I need to hear that you guys do far more good things than you arrest people. Do you know what I mean?
I know, and I wish there was a way I could prove it to you, but
I know.
It's accurate.
What's your name?
Fred.
Sergeant James Lewis.
I'm James Chili.
Chili?
Chili, like the country. My friends call me
Take care, Lemon Tart. Enjoy dinner.
Chili. My name's Jose. I know you gotta go. Take care of yourself, James. At least I respect the conversation, right? Just remember, every time you put the torture cuffs on someone, it's hell.
No, it's not.
And every time you take someone away, it's the worst day of...
How soft and pussy have you got to be, yeah, if when you get put in handcuffs, you know what, even if the handcuffs are tight and they hurt a bit, that every time, excuse me, when that happens, that it's hell, that it's the worst day of your life and all that shit. That makes no sense to me. It makes me think that he's led such a soft, easy life if he thinks that those things are hell. I mean, he even said literally hell, didn't he, when he got arrested. He said that these handcuffs and being in handcuffs was literal hell. It's like literally being in hell, something like that. And but then when he was talking to them lads after he'd been arrested, like a day or two after he'd been arrested, and he went running over there, you know, when the traffic stop had stopped, he said, oh, they put him on. No, that's it. And when he was talking about his arrest, that was it, sorry. He said that there's no marks on his wrist because they didn't put them on too tight because they knew. But apparently it was literal hell. Literally hell, yeah.
Their freaking life. And every time you could just be somewhat personable. They walk around you like you're invisible, like your wrists are not killing you, like you're not going, like you guys don't give anybody any water. You know, I asked for water 20 times 2 weeks ago when they arrested me, and I was like, dude, I need some water.
So your suggestions, I'm definitely going to take consideration.
Some water.
I'm going to talk with my squad about it.
Yeah.
And then we'll discuss these things.
You better, listen, I sue cops. I'm known across the country. I sue cops. If you guys arrest me for filming you, I'll keep suing, all right, James?
That's what we have the civil law process for, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Remedies, if any sort of rights or violations occur, that's what that's there for, so.
I'm glad we had this talk, all right? God bless you, James.
Thank you, sir.
Peace, brother. Well, you gotta respect the man for having the talk. You gotta respect that man for having that conversation. That was a really deep conversation.
It wasn't.
I'll see you guys in the next.
And that was really intense, wasn't it? Fucking hell, I was surprised either of them came out of that still alive. That was just so intense. And he sues cops up and down the country all day long, but yeah, not got anywhere yet though, have you, Tilito? Oh, what time is it? It is 12 minutes past 2 in the morning, so I'm going to go. But thank you all for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, that was fun. I hope you can all sleep well tonight after that, 25 minutes of pure intenseness. That was just crazy. So, I don't know how I'm going to have to wind myself down a bit after that, I'll think of a way. Take care, everybody. I'll see you soon. Oh, yeah, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button on your way out. I would really appreciate it. And I'll be back again, probably tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. We'll see. All right, take care, everybody. Bye. Oh, shit, that didn't work. There we go. That